The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Chats on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Peace. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shining, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on their light. Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feels so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Chats on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Peace. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shining, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on their light.
What up, YouTube? It is Dolly back in the house. And of course, I got the lovely PJ with me. And tonight, we're going to be discussing the Sebastian Rogers case. And we're going to be showing you something that we found there in Tennessee that we want you guys to take a look at. But first, of course, leave your DNA. Where, PJ?
On the like button.
On the damn like button, people. Leave your DNA on the like button just in case Chris and Katie possibly get rid of your ass, okay? And we have to come find you. We're going to need your DNA on file. We're going to need it on file. And if you're brand new here, make sure you sub up and ring the bell for damn notifications when this face right here, and sometimes this one, goes live, okay? So, you know, we've been down on a trip across the damn country, it seems like, for, 4 or 5 days, and we hit Georgia. Well, we hit North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and back to Virginia. And, you know, we talked about this a little the other day when we were live with you. You know, we had showed a picture of the boot that we had found, right? Which was a size 11, which we have no way that any confirmation if that belonged to little Sebastian Rogers or not. Just like this next thing we're going to show you, we don't really know if it belongs to him, but we kind of got to go into the story just in case you missed that from the last show, and we let you kind of know what's going on. So me and PJ went to Georgia. We did the Leilani trial, and then we headed to Hendersonville. I said it wrong. Hendersonville, Tennessee, to search for Sebastian once again. Now, this is my third time down there searching for little Sebastian. PJ, you've been down there twice, right? Yes. So PJ's been there twice. I've been there 3 different times. And what we wanted to do was, you know, go back to the beginning of when this all started, listen to the news interviews, because there may be a chance that this boy ran away. Now, if you're out there looking, and you got to kind of treat it like it's a case of a runaway, because if we treat it like it's a case of foul play, then basically we would be looking for a grave. And it's pretty hard to find a grave sometimes, especially when your ass is underground, unless you see something freshly dug. And it's been almost, 9 months So it's going to be pretty hard to find a grave. So we went down there with, we got to keep our mind open that this kid is possibly a runaway. Right now, I know a lot of you guys don't think that.
I see someone already saying, well, but he left without shoes.
Right. Okay. We're going to get into all that. Now, it did get reported that he left with no shoes, but
the sheriff said that he can't verify whether or not he left.
He couldn't verify if he left barefooted or not. Okay. Now, a lot of you guys think that Chris and Katie are liars, right? I mean, a lot of people out here think Chris and Katie are liars. How do we know they're lying about his shoes? If they're liars, they could be lying about anything, right? So before we get into all that, let me give my warnings. Dolly Visions for news, entertainment. I messed that all up, didn't I?
Yes.
I messed it all up. I done said it 1,000 times, but we talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, mixed with some theories. Throw a little bit of comedy in there. And a lot of speculation. So don't take nothing here as fact. It's just my opinion and PJ's opinion tonight. And everyone that we are talking about is innocent to proven guilty in a court of law.
The internet is forever.
The internet's forever. And none of these people have been charged with anything as of now. According to the police, everyone is cooperating. Also, the callers' opinions tonight, because we are going to be taking calls, are theirs and theirs alone, not to reflect on the Dolly Vision and the biggest one of them all. Okay? What, PJ? What's the biggest one of them all?
Don't put lip plumper on before you do a live stream.
Don't put lip plumper on before you do a live stream, and don't try to be Dolly at home. It is dangerous, okay? Almost as dangerous as her lip plumper.
My lips are on fire.
Now, if her lips explode, Dolly is completely not responsible because Dolly, I skipped the lip plumper tonight, okay? I skipped the lip plumper. I think I will survive, okay? I'm a survivor, right? I'm a survivor.
And it says extreme sensation. Like it's caution tape. I should have known better.
You should have known better, okay? All right, well, anyway, so when we got to Hendersonville, we got on the search, asking questions, showing people flyers, trying to talk to the homeless, because in the beginning of this, Seth and Chris were out searching homeless encampments together. So when I got there, I was thinking, okay, let me check in with some of these homeless people in town. And, I seen some people that look homeless. I mean, I didn't ask them for their address, but, they kind of look like street people a little bit. So we started showing the flyer of Sebastian Rogers missing, and a lot of people had no clue to who the child even was.
And I didn't really see many posters. Like last time we were there, we saw a couple by the event that we were at.
It's been 9 months. People start losing hope, and a lot of them flyers come down, and a lot of the billboards are down. It ain't the same type of support that it was 9 months ago. Jax is the first one on the Dolly train. The Illuminati eye pyramid on your left elbow drinks on me, right? How did you know that? There is a pyramid on my left elbow. All right.
This is what you do when you start the video. Like the whole first 5 minutes of the video is like
well, you got to practice your ninja moves. That is me warming up. Okay, that is just me warming up. Thank you, Jax. Thank you, Jax. So anyway, we started talking to homeless people, going into the woods, searching. And, my thing was, we know
backtracked.
When somebody goes missing, they usually search a 5-mile radius. It's like routine, right? I think everybody in true crime out here knows that. When somebody goes missing, it's in the handbook, right? They search a 5-mile radius. So we thought, hey, we're going to go outside of this 5-mile radius. That's what's, just what we thought, because we know what, PJ, how many people searched for Sebastian when he went missing?
So many.
They brought in the National Guard, right?
I couldn't believe it, and I can't believe I forgot it.
They brought in horseback, 4-wheelers, fixed-wing airplanes, helicopters, drones, the SWAT team. I mean, you name it, and they were out there.
It.
They did it twice. That's right. So, but for people that think, well, they did a shitty job, they didn't. They brought in canines. The canines wasn't very good, let's be honest. But they had all kind of people searching for this kid. So we pretty much knew within that first 5 miles, that area was clear, or people have seen it, Not that he couldn't be there, leave, and come back to that area, because we went out roughly from 7 to 10 miles from the house, went into a set of woods, and it didn't take us long, and we found an encampment. Now, we can't say it's a homeless encampment because we didn't see nobody back there, so we don't know who was staying in it.
It just seemed like it was fresh.
It seemed like it was a fresh encampment, had a blanket, had a pillow, some candy wrappers, sodas, Monster energy drink, stuff like that. It looked like maybe a teenager was staying back there. From the last show, y'all seen the picture of the boot. And a big thing about our show that we talked about, but wasn't able to show you guys, is the shirt that we found hanging in the tree. Now, PJ and we had here's the thing about eyewitness reports. They're always different. Okay. Even me and PJ, when we came back and told the story, we kind of told two different stories. All right. Nina is on the train with us tonight. Thank you, Nina. That is the Blessed Express. You want to get blessed? Get on the Express with Dolly and PJ tonight. All right. And buckle up. You never know. This train could go off the tracks at any point. Any point. Okay. You never know with us. So where was I at? We wasn't able to show you guys the shirt, right? And PJ said,
we had different opinions on what it looked like.
We had different opinions on what the shirt looked like, and we both seen the same shirt, okay? But here's the thing. PJ said it was a Jack Skellington shirt, right? From Nightmare Before Christmas. And I was like, I think it was a Halloween shirt because I remember seeing small pumpkins on the shirt, right? So I think we were both right. Right.
You even went as far to say you were wrong on the national television screen.
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes.
I was in shock.
Because when I got back and I uploaded the footage, and I am still working on the videos. Thank you for everybody that watched my Summer Wells video. I spent hours editing that today.
It was a good video.
It was a good video. And I didn't get the chance to get all of the Sebastian Rogers stuff done and edited. Okay, but I do have the picture of the main thing we found, and I think that's the most important thing anyway, is the boot, which was a size 11, and this shirt that we're about to show you guys, okay? And as you can see, let me close this, snooze this real quick. This is the shirt that we found hanging in a tree.
It was just like that. He basically just held it up so it could be in view better.
Yeah. So as you can see, we're going to zoom into this shirt a little bit. And I described it as a black shirt with a bunch of little pumpkins on it.
Right.
You described it as a Jack the Skellington shirt.
Angelina.
Okay. Angelina, thank you for gifting that membership. Now we can zoom in on this shirt here because I have it where it's saved and we can get this image really big. But we were basically, is this a Jack the Skellington shirt?
Yeah.
Is it?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Is that the Nightmare Before Christmas guy?
Let me show it to you.
It looks like it's holding a spear, but
It's
was
not
right.
A spear, it's a trumpet thing.
Is it? I don't know nothing about the Nightmare Before Christmas. I just know I was right about it had a bunch of little pumpkins on the shirt. As you can see right here, a pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. Okay, she's pulling up the image. Now, here's the thing. We have no contact with Seth. Oh, you are right. It is a Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, that's exactly what it is. So it is a Nightmare Before Christmas shirt. PJ just showed me the artwork for it, the Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, so you're absolutely right. It is a Nightmare Before Christmas shirt with a bunch of little pumpkins on it. Now, you can tell this shirt is the size of a teenager. A big person is not wearing that shirt. It looks a little too...
You could fit that shirt.
I cannot fit that shirt. That shirt, and we know Sebastian Rogers was 120 pounds.
Right.
Okay. Now, they don't know what shirt he left with. They don't know.
Right.
They don't know what print he had on his t-shirt. They know he had a Minecraft. He was into Minecraft. They knew he was into, what was it? Spider-Man? No. Minecraft or something else.
Minecraft, Star Wars.
Star Wars. Okay. He was into Star Wars and Minecraft.
And I thought there was something else, but now I don't.
But they wasn't certain what shirt he may have been wearing.
Right.
Now, this is something that I doubt even Seth may know, right? He could debunk this if he wants to, you know.
Mhm.
But that don't, you know, at the time, that don't mean somehow he didn't acquire something like this. So this shirt was literally, I believe, 7 to 8 miles from his.
Women said Dolly would look like Baby Gap in that shirt.
I would look like Baby Gap in that shirt. That shirt is small. And so that's what I'm saying. Whoever was in these woods, and the other clothes back there were small.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The boot was kind of big, but I got little feet.
11, yeah.
I got little feet. I wear, in a men's, I wear a 9. So, and from what people are saying, Sebastian wore Seth's shoes, which is a 10.5.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when you 15, 16 years old,
Still growing.
He's still growing. He could possibly by now fit a size 11 shoe or boot. And sometimes people wear their shoes a little tiny bit big. It ain't hard to wear a shoe that's too big, but it's definitely hard to wear a shoe that's too small, because then it hurts your feet.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
When
Do you
it's too
think
small,
teenagers were camping out? Possibly. Now, listen, we're not certain of anything, right? We just know that we have a kid missing in this area. We go out into the woods approximately probably 7 to 8 miles from his home. And we had to go in a little ways, right? Through a bunch of sticker bushes.
I just didn't realize there's that many possibilities of homeless encampments like that.
Yes.
It's like they're just everywhere.
Yeah, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
Usually homeless people, they'll tend to move somewhere in the winter where it's warm and they won't freeze to death outside. But in the summertime, you know, that's why when we go down to the beach, there's so many people at the beach, homeless.
I get that.
They come from other places here because it's warm, right? They try to leave places that are cold to get to somewhere they can survive outside. Now, this encampment didn't look like it was like a lot of people there. You know, to me, it looked like one person. One messy person, maybe two people, but there was definitely a blanket and a pillow on the ground.
Yeah, we called TBI.
Yes,
they were gonna come check it out.
Yes, and you know we went over this the other day in the show when we first did it. That hey, we found this encampment. There was blankets. Well, there was a blanket. I ain't gonna say blankets. It was a blanket, and it wasn't. It was like
we didn't really mess with that.
Yeah, it wasn't really thick. A real thick blanket.
I didn't touch it. Did you touch it? I didn't see you touch it.
No, I kind of kicked it around.
Yeah.
And inside of it was a pillow.
Yeah.
And then, of course, under the tree was a pair of pants and some shorts.
And then the bin that was upside down that you sit on usually.
Yeah, the bin was upside down. There was Monster Energy cans, candy wrappers like M&Ms, and this shirt that was in the tree. I thought the shirt was something that had a logo on it. So maybe that we figured this shirt was important because maybe this could be identified.
Yeah.
As is it his? Is Chris and Katie able to say, hey, that's not his shirt? Is Seth able to say, nah, he never had a shirt like that? Because when I remember in the interview is them saying that they didn't know what type of print was on the shirt that he wanted.
Yeah.
They just know it was a dark shirt. But I believe they said it was long sleeve.
Oh,
but
okay.
if they don't know what it was, how do they know if it was long sleeve or not? Because this is definitely not a long sleeve shirt.
No, it's definitely a short sleeve shirt.
You know, so, but there was other clothes there too. Now they didn't say he left with anything, right? They didn't say he grabbed. Did they check his pants? Did they check to see if any shorts
were? A flashlight.
Yeah, they said all he took was a small flashlight.
But how did they know that right off the bat that he had a flashlight?
Let me ask you this. You have a teenage kid the same age.
Yeah.
Do you know every piece of clothing your child owns?
No.
So
because she steals clothing from my dad sometimes. She's got that grunge look going.
Yeah, I know.
She needs to be baggy and
knock on wood, and let's pray to God this never happened. But if she went missing and you went into her room, would you be able to tell if she took? I mean, I know the clothes she wears all the time.
I know what she was wearing today.
Yeah, but would you know if all her clothes were there?
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. When my daughter was a teenager, when we were buying her so many clothes and stuff, I couldn't keep up with all the clothes that they had. So how do they know he left with nothing?
I don't know.
And now, is he one of those people that had a shirt, a Monday shirt, a Tuesday shirt, a Wednesday shirt? You know what I'm saying?
What I saw in the beginning of this chat. Someone said he had it sounded like he had 5 sets like
clothes.
of outfits.
That's a little strange.
But then see, with that being said, then you should be able to see eventually what's missing. And it was rumored that the stuff that he was seeing in the video from the restaurant, that stuff is at home.
Yeah, that he took the clothes he was wearing, he took off and he put on a pair of sweatpants that had a stripe. They were like Adidas snap-on pants, tearaways. Okay, for you guys that don't know what tearaway pants are, they're basically they're like sweatpants kind of, right? But they're more of a, I don't know what that material is, like Adidas pants, but they have buttons that run down the side of them, and you can basically rip these pants off. They're called tearaway pants. These small
chat on our
test a very small amount of things. I doubt they will test unless family says it's highly possible, and maybe not. You know, we know that everybody watches our videos. We know that people on Seth's team are watching. We know people on the Katie team are watching. And I'm sure for a fact they're going to see this video, and they're really the only ones that can debunk this. Right. They would know. We don't know. Okay. We don't know. That's why we're sharing it. Hopefully they'll come out and say, hey, this don't belong to him, or it does. And boom, we got a clue. Right. But it never hurts to check. Right. You find, you know, it goes into the thing like you see something, say something. You want to read Christy's thing? I can't really see it.
These small rural counties can only test a very small amount of things. I doubt they will test unless family says it is highly possible and maybe not. Yes,
we don't know how serious they're going to take this tip that we gave them.
I think they know more than they're telling us.
I think.
And so it would be telling what comes of this. And I hope they call us because you did give them your number.
Yeah, I gave them my number.
But I feel like they're keeping stuff from the public on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a solid tip, if you had a solid tip as the police that you were investigating, and we heard from Nick Barris that this is not a cold case. They still have calls coming in. They're still getting tips. They're still getting little leads, right? So it ain't, you know, it ain't been that long. Really, in a missing case, 9 months sounds like forever, but it really ain't that long. They're still getting tips right now in the Summer Wells case, and it's been 3 years.
Yeah,
okay,
that's a long time.
That's a long time. That is definitely a long time. So, is this possibly his? We have no way of telling. Like I said, the only reason if this would have seemed like something that had been there a long time, as you can see, the shirt's not even faded.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the candy wrappers wasn't faded. The drink cans and stuff.
I said fresh. It looks like it's fresh, like somebody just threw it on the ground just then.
Yeah, like it looked fresh. And even the blankets wasn't, like it wasn't clean, right? But it wasn't filthy. Like none of the stuff was filthy or any of that. So that's what stood out to me a lot different than your average going up onto a homeless encampment in the middle of the woods. Usually shit's all old and been there forever,
you have to, like,
faded.
dig the dirt up from underneath.
Yeah,
it to get
and
it
there's
out.
weeds growing through it, and you know there's 40 bottles and drug paraphernalia and all that type of shit, liquor bottles. None of that type of stuff was at this one, right? And some of the other stuff we ran across was just like that: liquor bottles, 40-ounce bottles. Shit looked like somebody scattered trash everywhere.
Warriors Park, there was like a pile, and I was about to ask you, was that Candace's fishing spot? Because it was literally a pile of junk right there by.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that go out to Warriors Path.
Oh, I know.
Like when we was out there was people. It wasn't many people. It was just that lady and her dogs, right? But
trash was, you could tell it had been sitting there because it was like a little bit half buried.
Yeah.
And then the blanket, there was a blanket too, but it was like covered halfway by the dirt.
Well, I'm sure people go out to the river with their boyfriend, girlfriend, and kind of.
Yeah,
you know
no. I'm not saying
people don't take their girl. I mean, maybe some teenagers might go into the woods, you know, to get it on, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
You know, maybe that could explain a blanket, but that don't, unless they brought candy with them and Monster Energy drinks, and they left their clothes. Why would you leave your clothes in the woods like that? Would they leave naked? You know?
I hope not.
So somebody was definitely staying out there. So by tomorrow, this picture will get around.
Yeah.
Right? They'll see it. If it has anything to it, I'm sure somebody will contact us about it. You know, even Chris or Katie, you're more than welcome to. If this belongs to your son, definitely let us know, or tell somebody to pass that message on to us, and we will get more information to you on it. Same thing with Seth and his team. You know, like I said, to us, it don't matter who finds this child, long as this child is found. Okay, that's the most important thing of it. Now, let me give y'all a close look. It's basically the same image, and you can see the shirt's not really even dirty. It has a little speck right there on it. It's not even really faded. And it has the image of Nightmare Before
Everyone
Christmas.
on the planet knows he didn't walk up by himself. Okay.
Well, I think so too. I mean, I have my suspicions.
Were you there?
Right?
You think so too?
I mean, I think there
Were
is.
You there?
I wasn't there, but I have my suspicions,
It's
just
not
like everybody
impossible.
in the chat. Right? Now, listen, let's just take a quick vote. Let's take a quick vote real quick. All right. I want you first. This is the first thing I want from you guys. I want y'all to give this video a quick like. Take a second. It helps us in the algorithm, and it helps us on these journeys, and it helps spread awareness for all the missing kids that we cover. We don't just cover Sebastian Rogers. We cover other missing kids. So the more we can get out there, the more faces and more eyes get seen. Okay. See these people that we're trying to bring awareness to. So do me a solid, hit the like button for me. And then if you believe there is foul play in this case, right? Like me, definitely hit the like button. And then press 1 in the chat room. Okay. Press 1 in the chat room. And if you believe he's ran away, press 2. All right. Now, if you ain't sure, press 3. All right. 1, there's foul play. 2, he ran away. 3, you are not sure. And the chat room is blowing up with ones. Okay. My 2 besties says 2. I mean, but overwhelmingly, I believe the majority of people in this room, there's a 1.5. Okay. Believe that there is foul play in this case. Okay. And I can understand that. And I mean, the biggest reason is the way the parents behaved after the fact. We have no proof, right, guys?
Yeah, because
Look,
they could be behaving a certain way because they're omitting the fact that they had a bad argument and he stormed out after hearing their argument. I mean, it could be anything.
I mean, we have no proof, but actions speak loud. You tell me this all the time. Actions speak loud. Your actions are sometimes more important than your words. Okay.
They are the most important.
Okay. Your actions. And their actions to me seem really bizarre. But the reason I go out there and keep hope alive is because I don't, I still look for bones. Don't get me wrong. But it's different if they did something. They're going to hide them. Like they're going to bury them. They're going to burn his bones. They're going to dispose of them. And then there's really no finding them unless you're a damn cadaver dog. Let's be honest. And I do got a big ass beak though, like a pelican, right? But I cannot sniff out bodies, especially bodies that
may be taken up for the Proudfoots. Nah, man.
No, I definitely ain't taking up for the Proudfoots.
And they said me because I'm the one that created a monster here.
Yeah, I have my suspicions, but I can't look. Even me, I can't say the Proudfoots did it, right? I can't say they did it. I mean, I don't know. I can just go, okay, well, I think, right? And most of you guys are in the same boat as me because we wasn't there. Right? We wasn't there. We don't actually know because in some of the interviews, Katie says, I woke him up. He was laughing and joking. I don't know why he went out the door.
A lot of
like
comments
she
on
knew.
that video last night, they clarified how it meant the day before.
But she didn't say that.
I know.
She didn't say that. Now, you can say she misspoke, but what if she slipped up? Right?
Yeah,
it could work either way.
It's leakage.
Yeah, it's leakage. It's exactly what it is. Like the thud. Right now, how suspicious is that? You hear a thud in your special need child's room and you don't go check on him? You don't check on him.
He was 15. She explained that part. He was doing hormones just starting to come in type stuff. She literally explained that, and it was almost cringy to listen to, but I got it.
She didn't want to go in there just in case he was spanking the monkey.
Right.
Well,
And she didn't say thud at first. She said she heard him moving in there, or she heard something in there, and she said, I don't care what you're doing, but go to bed. And he said, okay. The second time around, she
well,
was asked
if
to
he
clarify.
made a thud spanking, he was getting it in.
Asked to clarify the sound. So it's
She
not like
said
she just all of a
thud.
sudden pulled out this thud. Well,
a thud don't sound like you ever listen. I'm a guy. Every guy does a certain thing when they're young, and
if he answered,
it don't make a thud sound.
If he answered though,
yeah.
I mean, what are you going to bust up in the room if she's like, "Hey, are you okay?" in there, and he's like, "Yes, Mom." You're still going to bust up in the room?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to knock, and then I'm going to go in. Just to check, right? There was times like I'd get up in the middle of the night, and it's routine for me. I get up, I check the door, and when Tiff was a baby, I go in her room and check on her, and I know she'd be fine.
15 years old, though, a baby, that's different.
I go in there and check on you when you're sleeping.
No, you don't.
I do, because I'm nice like that. I'm nice. Like I check on everything and make sure the door's locked. It's just a routine. Some people are like, I don't know. I'm one of those people that I check to make sure the stove's off 37 times, right? And before I leave, I'm the kind of person that I'll think I left the heater on or something, one of the space heaters. I'll drive down the street. I'll turn the car around, come back, check. Everything's off, right? And then I'll leave again. I do that so much, right? Just to make sure everything is okay. OCD. I'm just one of those people, right? I gotta check, I gotta verify, I gotta make sure it's turned off 37 times, right? And walk backwards and throw a pinch of salt over my shoulder.
Blue wants to know who I am. He's literally told you there's many girls in this chat, and I'm just here. This is crazy.
What? Who said what?
A lot of stuff in the chat that they're asking certain questions.
Okay, ask away.
Oh, well, Bleed Blue wants to know who I am.
This is my beautiful girlfriend, PJ. She's a private investigator, former EMT,
and
total
I'm not
badass.
On Proudfoot side. I can't stand that.
And she's a Croatian assassin. Okay, she's like a ninja. All right, this is my security, my protection, my EMT, my private investigator, and I'm an idiot, okay? But together, we make the baddest team.
Hell yeah, we do.
In the world, okay? In the world. We better than cats. We better than dogs and ligers, okay? You could get a liger.
They're real. I Googled it, and
See,
they do exist.
I told you. So anyway, we're going to go over some of the earlier news reports in this case with you guys because, listen, we want to point out discrepancies in this. I do. Okay. And now look, if you look up at the house right by PJ's head right here, you see this little light right here. That little light was missing the day Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing. Unscrewed, gone. Okay. As of now, right here on this very corner, this is the reason I put this house behind us tonight. There is a security camera there now. Before, there wasn't. But here's the crazy thing. Every corner in the front of this house has floodlights. I mean, it lights up like Waco.
And it comes
okay,
out all the time.
So that night that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing, the car was parked in the garage. Okay, parked in the garage. And after Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing, Katie started parking her car in the driveway. Okay, in the driveway.
Well, how do we know she only didn't park her car? It sounded to me almost like she just parked her car in the garage that one night almost.
That's what I'm thinking. And why was the light out? Listen, the only thing we've heard them argue about was what lights were on the side of the house. Kind of lean to the side, PJ, so they can see the house. Other way. Lean towards Sebastian. You see these two lights right here? This one right here I'm pointing at, right there where my finger is. And this light right here where my finger is. They have little tiny bulbs in them that flicker like candles, and they barely light up, okay? So if without the floodlight on out there, it is pretty damn dark. There's no street lights on this road. So when you're driving through the neighborhood, I've been there multiple times. Tomorrow you'll see some of the drone footage from that area. Okay. It wasn't shot by me. I don't know who shot this drone footage. It wasn't me. Somebody else sent it to me, a mystery person, because, you know, Tennessee got some funny laws. So I don't know who was out there violating the law.
Not you.
No, it definitely won't
Definitely
me.
not.
It definitely wasn't me out there violating laws, but you'll get to see a little bit of that. Okay. You'll get whoever did it. I ain't turning them in. I don't give up my sources. Okay. Dolly Intelligence Agency don't give up the sources. But this light, that light was off.
Intelligence.
So it was dark and the car was in the garage.
Almost like it was purposely done that way.
Almost purposely. And listen, I believe that. I believe that it was purposely done.
How are the cops not putting that together then?
I don't know. I mean, little things, sometimes little things get overlooked. Look, police are humans too.
Oh, I know.
Okay. They got a lot of
There's
things
just
going on.
so much more to it than that. The whole 3-hour conversation. I mean, I'm the first one that said there was severe red flags and stuff they said. So I'm definitely not team either side. I just don't have emotional impact reactions to either or.
And
I think all of them act.
Let's go
funky.
with the fact that you see the van behind us and the trailer, right? That van is, you know, she works at a security company.
But they didn't have security?
But they didn't have security on a house that's, you know, it's an $800,000 home. Okay. They got a trailer out there. That trailer, every bit of $75,000. Okay.
I mean, heck, there's got to be security camera on the security truck.
Time you put their cars, their camper, their house, they have assets at $1 million. Okay. Time you do the math, they have $1 million in assets. Don't have one camera on the house. And then when the kid vanishes, they put a camera on the house like somebody's going to get them. Okay. To me,
that part doesn't, that part.
Actions.
That's just their.
This goes to what you constantly tell me.
I know, no, I agree.
Actions.
But that's their personality to me, is that now they're like, oh, now we got to protect our house. There's people driving by. We're going to put the camera up.
Somebody said debt, Dolly. Yes, I mean, I ain't saying they own it straight out. I mean, they could be financing. They could owe the bank, you know, a bunch of money. But right now, if we just look at what they have $1 million in assets. Okay. They have the vehicles. They have the campers. They have the nice house. And that is a big house. And we ain't talking vinyl siding. Okay. We ain't talking like my house. This house is straight brick, 2-car garage. That is an expensive ass house in a nice ass upper class neighborhood. Now, I ain't saying it's a rich neighborhood. There ain't, you know, it ain't on the water with docks and yachts. And so I would say upper middle class, easily upper middle class, but not high class. They're not living like P. Diddy and damn, you know, there's people out there that got, you know, you can't hide money. Okay. That's one thing you can't hide, is you cannot hide money. And they're doing well. They, you know what I'm saying, for the average person, you know, I ain't saying for a wealthy person, but for an average family, they're living damn nice. Okay. They living damn nice. And, you know, to think they don't have no security, no alarm on the house.
His ex-wife was on the interview she did. She was saying that she was on the phone with him and she's like, what happened to the cameras inside? Like, as if he's always had that kind of deal where he seems like he's controlling to me, but that's my
yeah. And here's the thing: you leave your wife home for months at a time, right? Months at a time with no security on the house. Anybody could come in and listen and kill Katie. I ain't saying they would. Please don't, you know.
Absolutely not.
Right. But there's a possibility that, you know, there's no alarm system.
Something bad could happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something bad could happen. You could live that good and have no security.
That's another thing that I actually always thought was a troubling thing, is that he was 3 hours away and didn't.
But sometimes people, when they live in nice neighborhoods, they think nothing can happen to them.
He didn't see them for almost a month.
Yeah.
And I think that's because of something to do with that CPS event, because if something occurred and they needed to be investigated, he would be not allowed to come to the house.
See, all the houses around me are new, but they're not valued at that. They're valued about $250,000, $300,000, right? In the neighborhood that I live in. and it's a little hoodish. Okay, even at the house values of that, it's a little hood out here. Okay, you can get jacked going to the 7-Eleven in the middle of the night. So I keep security on the house, right? And my house is nowhere near valued at that. And then, of course, when you come in my home, I have cameras everywhere, right? So, and I can talk through those cameras when I'm out of town. I can check on everything. It hooks right to my phone. You just hit a button, boom, it pulls it right up on my my phone, and I can talk through my phone and talk to whoever's in my house. It takes pictures of you, things like that. It's so hard for me to believe that I got nowhere near the funds or the finances these people got, and I got security and they don't. Okay, and I think my security's like, I think I pay for my cameras. It's like $39 a year or something like that, and it saves everything to like a cloud and all that. I don't know exactly how much it saves, but I think after a while it erases and keeps continuing saving. And cameras are so cheap these days. Like the cameras I got in my house, I think they were less than $99 a piece, like $89, $79. Sometimes you can find them on sale. I've seen them as cheap as $39. Okay, I don't know how good those cameras are, but Dolly, you need a monkey cam. Okay, we're gonna get to that in just a minute. We're trying to keep it on a serious note. I'll be live with you guys later tonight. We'll have a little fun, right? But it's just so hard to believe. Do you want to pull up some of these news clips?
I want to talk about why I was just talking about the stuff with the being gone a month at a time, and you said how Katie would be left unattended for such and such amount of time. I actually believe they had security cameras, and for whatever reason they weren't working at that time. And the fact that he was gone, I mean, if we
I know this. When I went, that one that's right here at the corner that's there now, that wasn't there when I was there. Unless they took it down and put it back up.
Thinking that people are coming to stalk them because they're in this case. So now it's like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm done trying to. And we can listen to the video. I don't see that big of a hyper focus needed on the cameras, because clearly, to me, they had cameras beforehand, in my opinion. They, for whatever reason, claimed they were broken or not working, and then now suddenly they have them, because he seems like a control freak to me, and now he's making himself the victim. Like, all these people are coming to my house, stalking me, and so now he's got this camera up. Before he didn't, supposedly, while Sebastian was missing, but then before that, I believe he did.
And then, there was rumors in the beginning, and it's just rumors. There's been no way to verify this, that Katie had a friend, a guy friend. Okay,
and they have had several freaking wives.
Right? Yeah, he's had a bunch of wives, but he's a little bit of a player with that mullet. I guess girls like that mullet. Maybe Dolly should get a mullet. What do y'all think? Let's take a vote. Should Dolly get a mullet? Because he's been married. What? He on his fifth wife? 5 wives with a mullet. And it almost looked like an El Chupacabra was attacking his head when he was in court. Okay, it was a little crazy. I was like, oh, that is a little bit of crazy. I'm kidding. I'm not getting
funny.
I'm not getting a mullet. Okay, I'm not getting a mullet. That's why they named you Joe Dirt. Okay, and let's get to that. They left, and this is something that makes everybody suspicious. Everybody out there watching, for a fact this makes you suspicious, is when they packed up 30 days in, 3 weeks in. It was 3 weeks in. They pack up and they leave. Who would do that?
I mean, didn't Seth have to get an attorney to get CPS records, and this CPS thing was looming over their heads? And so for Chris to be not allowed in the house, possibly, maybe, allegedly, I'm starting to feel like I'm putting something together there, and I can't let it go. Like, he had just gotten them CPS reports and was saying that he should have had a protective order against these people, against his son. So it had to have been bad. So therefore, Chris wouldn't have been allowed around the kid until the investigation was done.
Why do you think it is that Seth has these reports?
He claims he had to get a lawyer, and that they.
Why won't he put them out?
Because it's an ongoing issue between them as a freaking family that would probably blow up really bad. But I
Well,
think
I
that
mean, their relationship ain't the best right now. Let's
well,
be
of course
honest.
not.
They're pretty much, he's pretty much blaming them for unaliving
I
his
think
son.
and that started after he got those reports.
So, my biggest question this whole time towards them is, what did that kid accuse you of?
What did you do? Because at this point, the kid is missing. There's alleged CPS cases, and the only person that hasn't had one against them is Katie. So now here we are making assumptions and saying, oh, she did this, blah, blah, blah. But she's the only one that hasn't had a case against her, allegedly, from what we know, from what we've heard. It's very touchy when it comes to CPS and family history and family court issues and whatever else. So, I don't know what he can publicly say, but he amped up his anger and everything that came from Sebastian's father suddenly amped up and went haywire towards, oh, they did something with my son after those CPS reports came out.
Okay, Jax Wolf is saying garbage truck lights don't move independently.
We can't verify what those lights are. I don't believe it's a truck, but I can't believe certain people putting things over top of things and here we are. They're not garbage trucks, and the lights moved in two different directions. What did the garbage truck split in half? The fact that they try to tell us that was I was insulted.
Yeah, I don't think they know for a fact that is a garbage truck.
I think they know exactly what that is. Why would he say, oh, it's not relevant to the case, but it might be at some point? He knows exactly what that is.
At some point.
He knows exactly.
Okay, and that's the case. One flashlight was moving towards.
Right, they went in two separate directions.
And then one flashlight ran back the other way. Right.
Somebody met him and he went out and
But let me tell you this: let's just say people are saying that there's foul play. Was she carrying him?
It's possible.
And who did she go meet? Now we do know the odds are she didn't go meet Chris.
Or he went out by himself thinking he was meeting
you
a
got
friend
Chris's
or somebody he met
family.
online.
You got Chris's family that lives in that area, and they're on the phone for 3 hours. But you got to think by now the police have pulled their phone records.
Exactly, but people are saying they're so in with the police that they're getting away with it. So
I don't know.
Is why this is such a conspiracy type story.
I don't know. That's
Exactly.
speculation.
I agree.
Right? That's pure speculation that they're in with the police. That there's no proof.
I agree.
That they're in with the police.
For the longest time, the bullhorn freaking said that the sister was in with the police, she worked.
You can't
That's
listen to nothing that lady
not
says.
true at all. Well, that was being spread. I even seen it yesterday. Somebody saying it.
It's weird though that in two cases where the CPS are involved, the kids come up missing in Tennessee. Sebastian and Summer Wells that we talked about today. CPS is called. Next thing you know, the kid is gone.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's absolutely strange. And
either CPS stole their kid or CPS didn't act fast enough to remove the kid out of the situation before it was too late. Those are the only two options.
Yeah. And what was CPS doing about? Did they come out or was they scheduled to come out?
They did came out, and Chris explained it. I mean, we got to go back to the basics. We got to go back to literally listening to their exact words, because he said several times on 2 or 3 channels what happened, and he basically made.
So was he ever cleared by the CPS? I don't think
we
he
don't
was.
know.
Right? I don't think he was ever cleared by the CPS. And why wasn't he coming home? And him and Chris and Katie, they were going through marital problems. Why this was going on?
Right, because I believe that Chris was wanting this poor child out the house before his daughter came in.
Yeah, he made that a point because he reached out to Seth and was like, but here's the thing, it's so easy to check where Chris was at. Okay.
Right.
It don't take a great detective to check his alibi.
Right.
Okay. All they gotta do is go to his work and say, was he here? You got license plate readers, you got cameras on the way, you got cameras in the campground. What campground don't got a million cameras?
There's cameras.
So they could have went right to the campground, so pull the cameras. Let me see the footage. Was he here? Did he leave? And then they would know. I think his alibi is, so if it ain't him, I mean, I would say the possibility of somebody he's connected to, right? Or
it's possible.
What other way could there be foul play?
I believe that they punished this child certain ways, and that possibly they made him stand outside in the cold or something. I mean, they were definitely on the phone. If you watch stepdad's behavior and what he's shown us in the public, he sits on the phone. He's a chatty Cathy. He literally sat with Terry Lynn for 3 hours. Yeah, they're not married, but I can totally see him sitting on a phone trying to, okay, what are you going to do now? Are you done with this? Or like, he seems like he's controlling. So
Yeah,
I could totally see
he
him.
does seem like, we've seen him on panels. He would sit there for hours and talk to women, and he did seem pretty controlling. Like, he wouldn't chat with people that he didn't feel like he could overtalk.
He wouldn't chat with you.
I damn sure wouldn't chat with me, because you can't overtalk me. Nobody can outtalk me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can literally sit up here and talk forever. All right. And I talk over all kind of people. So I noticed that he would only do interviews or talk with people that he felt like he could control the situation. That's why he stayed away from dudes on the internet. He didn't want that type of confrontation, because he knows.
Well, he likes pubes.
He likes what?
Pubes. Map guy.
Who? What? I'm lost.
The map guy.
The map guy. Okay, yeah, but the map guy ain't very intimidating.
And he likes the investigator from San Francisco.
Well, we don't know if he likes him. We just know he was in contact with him.
And he's going back there.
Oh, not in the beginning he wasn't, though.
Oh, I know. He does now.
I think if you take their side, or if they
buddy you. Yeah.
Yeah, they buddy you. But if you're, like me, I don't pick a side, right? Like I'm team Sebastian. I'm not team Chris Katie. I'm not team Sev. I'm team Sebastian Rogers. It's all about just finding answers for these kids. That is it. You want to open up the phone line?
Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to open up the phone lines. We want to hear from you guys. What do you think happened to Sebastian Rogers? And remember to say this is your opinion, that you're speculating, or it's a theory, and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's open up the phone lines. The phone lines are now open. The call-in number is on the screen. And remember, callers, one call per night. Okay, don't call me 30 times. Call me once. Okay. Each call is limited to 5 minutes. So make sure you get in what you can in 5 minutes. I'm not trying to be rude to any. People get a chance to call in. Headphones, PJ. Dolly, PJ.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
Hey, I was trying to get to talk to PJ and you.
Sweetly.
I kind of got butthurt over some stuff the other night.
Uh-huh.
And I said I kind of got my feelings hurt the other night.
Uh-huh.
And I was asking PJ if it would be okay if I kind of cleanse the air a little bit, because we got new members and everything, and people just don't know who I am. So I kind of wanted to tell my story a little bit.
Well, as long as it's on topic, Sweet Leaf, we don't want to go so far off topic that people don't know what the hell is going on tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's your show. I just kind of wanted to hit base on that topic. Because, I'm not a drunk, and Earthquake, everybody seems to think that I'm on drugs or I'm drinking and everything,
Uh-huh.
And I kind of wanted to nip it in the bud and just say, hey, I like to have fun. I like to joke around like we're kind of doing,
Uh-huh.
But I just wanted people to kind of take me serious, and I'm sorry if I offended anybody out there. But I'm a new member, and I was kidnapped, when I was younger. And it means a lot to me for you to be up there working, and PJ, to find these missing kids.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay, we understand.
People in the chat need to be nice to the callers.
That's be nice, guys. Be respectful for sure to everybody, no matter if you agree with them, disagree with them.
That's all I was trying to say, is that new members come in and they don't really get to see or know the backgrounds of people.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of wanted just to nip it in the bud, and apologize to anybody that I might have offended. And that's about it. That's it.
Okay. All
I
right.
just want the new members to be comfortable and, understand that everybody's story is different. And let's help the
I
homeless out
can't
there
see
this
that,
year.
PJ.
I was just showing
And
it to you so you can remember that we need to mention it when you hang up.
Okay. All right, sweet leaf.
okay, well, I love you guys, and
All
I
right.
love the hard work y'all are doing. Okay.
All right, be good.
Bye.
Be good,
You.
sweet leaf.
Night.
Okay, sweet leaf was on point tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
what, PJ?
And that hurts because I feel like some of our regulars that call sometimes
Well, we
sound
pick like we pick on people sometimes
but it wasn't
when we're
even just
friends
that.
with them.
It's the chat.
Yeah.
The chat can be, because they don't know that, we play around with her when she calls. So they think she's just sounding weird to them or whatever. And it's just,
Everybody's unique in their own way.
Yeah.
We have a lot of unique callers.
Yeah.
And sometimes we stream late, and sometimes people are sipping and tipping, and they're a little buzzed up when they call in.
They're more fun that way. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, right? if they stay on point, sometimes people get so far off that
you have more
people.
patience than most people.
Okay, hold on, caller. Let PJ tell me what this was.
The Dolly Good gifted one Dolly
Thank you.
membership.
Thank you.
And then Jack said garbage truck lights don't move independently. You read that. And then he also said it's not a truck. It has to be the answer. But I saw people were
there could possibly, to me, that is the only real solid clue that we have is those lights.
Mm-hmm.
And we've heard multiple people say it's a garbage truck, but nobody really believes that. Even though we've heard Seth say it, Chris say it, the police said it too.
They said it was a garbage truck?
Yeah.
Where?
On the interview with Nick Bears.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the police have reported it is a garbage truck.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's in that pile then. I might have to listen to those again.
We have compiled every time that they have said Sebastian on the news. What is it? 157?
158. And
158 different news reports. Hold on, callers. Hold on 1 second. Is there anything else?
No, that was it.
Okay, callers. Now you're good to go. We just want to make sure we caught up with everybody that super chatted. We didn't want to miss anything you guys said. Thank you guys so much for being here with us tonight. Thank you for everybody who's been super chatting. If you haven't, just give the video a like. We love all you guys the same. Okay. Dolly, PJ.
Hey y'all, it's your neighbor from North Carolina.
North Carolina. Who are you?
I'm Sarah. Nice to talk to you guys. Y'all are
Sarah.
just I'm doing good, y'all.
Awesome.
I was just calling to say, PJ, I got to tell you, you are one smart woman. I got it. You are something else. I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
I think allegedly, and this is my opinion, allegedly, I have to agree with you on something you said about CP. He will not talk to anybody who is smart because we can figure him out just like that. Just like that. We know what's going on.
Right, because when you say words like crystal clear and just emphasize how honest you're going to be, it's usually a sign of deception. He's very
I agree.
easy to read him.
Yeah, it's like when people say, I ain't lying. I'm telling you the truth. Like, well, was you lying before? Because why would you say you ain't lying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You prefaced it by saying I wasn't lying, which is usually an indicator.
Mm-hmm.
PJ knows. She's a detective. We sit here. We get it. But the other thing that I was talking about with my daughter the other day, even she's 23 now, and I still check on her. I still do. I want to know where she is, what's going on. And she gets annoyed, but I still do check on her.
That's good.
We were talking about, anyway, but we were talking about something that you were mentioning about the car, how it's kind of hard to understand. Why would you be parking in a garage all the time? And you can, I think they mentioned that at some point. And then I guess it was, if I'm remembering correctly, was it PJ that said that they suddenly, after he went missing, that vehicle was just sitting
That
out
was
in the
me.
driveway?
That was Dolly.
That was me.
Okay. Yeah, that's what gets me.
I mean, I noticed the weirdest little things. Like I noticed the light bulb was missing. I noticed that she's parking outside.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
It's things that you wouldn't think that matter, but a bunch of little small things add up. Everything can't be coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah. So, I mean, I think everything happens for a reason and people do things with intent. And
a lot of times they do things subconsciously that they don't realize they're doing. That's
if
easy
she
to
didn't want
read.
nobody to know they were coming out that garage, thank you, Nina, then she took that light out. And I don't even think Chris was aware that that light was out because they argued about it live on TV.
Yeah, because he said he
Oh, that's
corrected
right.
her. She said that they didn't have lights, and he corrected her and said that there were lights that stayed on basically all the time.
And that's the two little ones that are above the garage. And
Right there at that corner.
that light was missing. So there was no light that pointed at the garage.
So was the bulb actually missing?
The bulb was gone, yes.
Dang. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have a bulb, you're not going to just take the bulb out until you have a new one, because then you got to come back up the ladder and come back down.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why would you get out a ladder twice?
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't. And then after he went missing, they went up there and put the bulb back.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. So
that's crazy.
and look, let's be honest. The most suspicious thing of it all is they packed up and they left the state.
You know, I made a comment that if my child knows where home is and where she can go in case she was needing to come back to someplace, she would know we were at home. I would never leave.
Yeah,
ever,
I wouldn't
if
either.
something happened to my child.
I may leave to go look.
They call it home.
I would go look, but I wouldn't leave the state. And then their excuse for leaving the state was he could be anywhere. So we're going to go check at the campground that Chris was already staying at.
Oh, and for crying out loud, said the caller is right. CB acted so timid and soft-spoken in his interview with Nancy Grace. She's a smart lady. Yeah, when Nancy asked him a question, yes, ma'am.
And they said they went there to look, but when images came out of them at the campground, they were grilling and drinking with the other people at the campground. Remember that?
I don't think they even said they were.
Oh,
I think they said that he could be anywhere.
He could be anywhere, so they went there to look. But when images came out of them from Yogi Bear, they were living their best life, drinking and partying and hanging out. That don't look like you looking for a kid to me. And then you start looking for them 9 months later, 8 months later.
Yeah, that's I can't imagine as a parent, and y'all are parents.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I cannot I literally don't think I could. I mean, I would be a basket case.
Me too.
I could not function at all. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I would be walking every single step that I could take to try to find my child. That's just me.
Yes. Hey, look, we appreciate you calling in. We're running out of time.
Y'all
so
have
you
an
be
awesome
good
night.
and be safe.
Okay, and happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hi, guys. Remember, I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. We're just trying to keep all the calls around 5 minutes. A lot of people are like, you know, you're kind of rude. Like I try to keep it at the 5 minutes. Sometimes I
have a hard time when I was taking calls. It's hard to end up ending
because you got to watch the clock. You got to kind of be like, okay, we're running. Because sometimes, you know, you're into the conversation and it's a good conversation and you get caught up on how long it's been.
Yeah.
You know?
And we had a super.
What did it say, Rafael?
I just want to say to this group is great. I'm always showing kind words and I look forward to having my right eye surgery tomorrow. Prayers
for you. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Hi, PJ.
Hey.
It's Big Bird.
Hey, Big Bird.
So I'm glad you guys are back. I'm glad you made it safe.
Yeah, it was a lot of driving.
It was.
Yeah, that was definitely. I don't know how you did it so fast. And searched.
And drove some more.
Well, we were alternating driving, so I drive some, then she would drive. So we covered a lot of miles, and that car was kind of fast.
It was really fast.
You know, so we were getting it.
that little back road video today on the Sebastian the summer on Ben Hill Road. Mm-hmm. That road was way too narrow for me.
Yeah, well, our Sebastian Rogers video should be out tomorrow. As long as I get up at a decent time, I can get to editing because I spent most of the day editing that Summer Wells video, and so tomorrow when I get up, I'm going to edit that Sebastian Rogers one.
Well, you know I'll be watching it. I wanted to call in because, you know, I started thinking that this was seriously like someone trying to get back at Seth, an inmate, you know, that he did wrong, or that maybe, you know, Chris might have had a connection and was able to recruit an inmate. Mm-hmm. And I'm back to kind of thinking along the lines that someone was recruited into this and either they're holding him or Sebastian got away and is afraid to go home.
I
and
mean,
that's allegedly, in my opinion. I think
whoever
he's
did
out there
it,
somewhere.
whoever did it didn't break into the house.
I don't
There was
agree.
no signs of forced entry.
When there's criminals involved within the system, they're highly likely to want to get out, so they're going to tell on each other. And how do you keep that a secret if you're in without anyone else knowing? Like, they would tell on each other.
Well, like she said, if I don't think Seth was involved, but if Seth went to an inmate and said, "Hey, I'll give you favors if you do this for me,"
Yeah.
is that a possibility?
I was
You know?
thinking opposite. See, that's how different perceptions can be. I was thinking of like if somebody thought that Seth was mean to them in his job position,
And then I'm gonna go
and
kidnap
then they
your
went
kid.
and
Yeah,
took his kid.
I mean, it could be. I mean, anything in this world is possible, right? We got to
Mhm.
get things possible. It could be
Probable,
either
though. I
or
mean-
that, but I think the odds of that are slim.
And I think that the law enforcement, even if they're incompetent at investigating, they would be able to figure that one out. I mean, within their own systems.
Well, they still had to. They would still have to be able to get Sebastian out the house,
Right.
right?
Right.
Whoever Sebastian, somebody led him out that house. If somebody kidnapped, say somebody took him and he's with somebody catfished him out that house or got him to come out that house because they didn't break into the house to get him. So Sebastian either knew somebody was out there to pick him up, or maybe they came to his window or something like that, because his window is in the front of it. Then they would be on camera.
Yeah, because when they got
But
asked if he could have gone out the window, Chris said we would have heard him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. And then there was also that thud. But there's just so many. Every day I think about this, and I think I go around and around and around, and none of it makes sense. But I truly believe in February or March they are going to come forward with the presser, and they are going to say a suspect, a warrant, and what happened.
I know this. Somebody asked in the chat. I don't think it's a Venezuelan gang that's involved.
There was a story on the news. That's one of the news articles.
Is a Venezuela? Yeah, but who put that into?
I don't know, but it was a news article out of Knoxville that there was Venezuelan gangs kidnapping children.
I mean,
I don't know what's real anymore. I don't
think it's a Venezuelan gang. That's my opinion. They asked what my opinion was. My opinion is it's not a Venezuelan gang that kidnapped them, because how would they have got them out the house? You see what I'm saying?
Nothing is real anymore.
I don't believe that it's a Venezuelan gang. That's like saying you're gonna go. I'm not even gonna say.
You might as well say aliens abducted a kid if you're gonna say a Venezuelan gang got him out that house, right?
I mean, there's been UFO sightings here in New Hampshire. You just might want to be careful when you come up here.
Yeah, but how did the alien? Let's just say it was a UFO. How did the aliens get him out the house? He came out that house for some reason, right?
They levitated.
Either he did it on his free will, or he didn't, and somebody took him out that house in a car in the garage, and that's why there's no camera.
We got to go back to the beginning, though, where it says his last known location or where he's last seen. It wasn't inside of the house.
It wasn't in the house, and it wasn't at midnight or whatever time
it was
when she said
the next day.
Yeah, in
outside of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Big Bird, you be good.
All right.
Stay safe.
All right, you guys have a good night. Stay safe.
All right, peace.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I don't believe Venezuelan gangs got anything to do with the disappearances. That's just my opinion. Now, I could be wrong.
Pigs could fly.
Dolly.
If you put them on an airplane.
Hey, Dolly. It's Dolly Good 66. How are you guys?
Hey, Dolly Good 66. I'm doing pretty good.
Hi. So I just want to say, I don't think all these conspiracy theories add up. What adds up is Katie has the information we need on Sebastian, and they need to make her talk.
What if the rumors
maybe
that
we
she
need to
drinks
borrow
is true?
maybe we need to borrow some truth serum.
No.
Exactly.
I'm playing people.
No, let's flip it into a drink and see what happens.
It was a joke. It was absolutely a joke.
Steph said recently that she slept hard, and if she did participate in drinking, what if she just doesn't know?
That she may have been intoxicated.
Something.
And he, if she was sleeping on the couch,
passed out, but
but they would have said they would have heard him jump out the window. But how would they have heard him if he's in a different state and you're not on the phone
the next morning?
But who seen him the next morning too?
Why would they put that on all the flyers?
I think I think CP's family has something to do with it, and I believe, in my opinion, allegedly, that his parents took him somewhere, and that's where he's supposed to be living.
Well, you know, there was rumors that the parents were seen early that morning at the gas station down the street from the house. Now, I don't know if any of that's true. You know, I don't want to put something on them that I don't know, but I'm just saying what's been, you know, what's out there on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't mean it's fact. Don't mean it's true, but that is what people were saying, you know.
But why would someone say that if it wasn't true? It's weird.
I don't know. People lie all the time.
All of the time.
Yeah, people
Well,
lie.
yeah, they do, but
no reason at all.
Yeah, so
I don't think
Well,
his
that's
side of the
true.
family cares.
Some
that
people
much
just
to
need
go
attention.
Take the kid and keep him somewhere. I don't.
Well,
I agree, PJ. Like, why don't the rest of the family members care?
They don't
This
seem like
poor
they care at
boy.
all. Yeah. They
Yeah.
went on vacation after he was reported missing.
Yeah, they went on vacation. I mean, I would stay and help look.
I mean, I think that what happened
Yeah.
was that Sebastian was getting older and hormones and stuff, and they didn't know how to handle him properly, and so he was becoming a burden to the stepfather and possibly even his side of the family, and they didn't know how to handle it all. So ultimately, whatever happened from there, it's like I can't keep going back to the thought of Chris wanting him out. It's like he was basically almost saying, you know, it's either him or me.
Yeah, but how did he get out of the house and not be seen?
He was supposedly seen. Why would there be
cameras at their
flyers
house?
saying that he was seen that following morning?
Misinformation.
But that's on all the.
Yeah.
I can go pull the flyer from the FBI right now, and it literally says he was seen on Monday, and in the vicinity of, not inside of the house.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll go get the flyer,
I mean, I understand what the flyer says.
and that's on the FBI website.
I understand.
I think, honestly, he might have, like, punished himself and gone to the garbage can. Maybe that's what he thought. I'm no good. I'm garbage. I'm
You know
gonna go
what?
get in the can and hide.
I would believe
And
that.
that's why it was
Um,
heavier.
I think that's rumors too. A machine picks up the garbage truck.
Why did they go looking
The
for
garbage
the,
cans, I mean.
Right, why
I
did
said
they-
the garbage truck.
Why did they go looking through the landfill? I would think that would be a lot of resources.
Right.
Because of the
waste.
dumpsters at the construction site is what I believe.
And then why is there such a not a conspiracy, but it's like one day we hear audio from the dispatch, and I pulled it on Broadcastify. I pulled it myself, where they clear as day say the dog tracked the freaking in the retention pond, and then we hear from the sheriffs saying that there was no trace of any kind of scent. So then there's people here saying he had to have gotten carried out because there's no scent, but we clear as day hear that there was some type of tracking or scent of some sort.
Uh-huh.
So it's like
There was
we're
some sense, or the dogs wouldn't go finding it.
right.
Well, the dogs really didn't track on anything. They just went to the retention pond.
Which is what they said they tracked in.
Yeah, but then the lead detective
Yeah, but
came
they
up,
drained it and checked it. It's nothing.
and then the
so-
lead detective said that
Mm.
the dogs, it was a false hit, and the dogs were just being dogs.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you go off of if
I don't
they're
know.
telling you it's not tracking? Well, look, if the flashlights were in the backyard, why didn't a dog track in the backyard?
Exactly.
Right.
I think
Retention pond in
KP
the backyard?
knows more than
The dog
he's
didn't
telling.
track in the backyard. It didn't track where the car was or where the lights were. So
No.
why didn't the dog go that way? If he walked out that way barefooted, why didn't the dog know?
Because he could have been carried.
Could have been carried. You still drop skin cells. That's what they smell, is your skin
Yeah.
cells.
I don't know.
So it don't
The
matter
whole
if you
thing is
carried
so
them, you
bizarre.
levitated, the dog would still be able to smell you technically.
If you levitated, because that happens.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you go full blown Chris Angel, the dog would still be able to smell you.
Chris Angel. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is so weird. It just doesn't make any sense at all. And I don't believe any of them yapping about whatever.
All right, well, look, we're out of time. You be good. Happy holidays to you.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Have a good week.
You
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Peace. All right, mods, if there's any trolls, make
There's
sure
a lot.
make
I've
sure
been
you
trying to
kick
tell
them.
you that. There's a lot.
Well, just they
We
get
don't want
kicked.
to hide everybody though, but I mean, there's a lot.
Dolly, time them out. Dolly,
I'm hiding.
Hey,
hey,
it's Rita from Dexter.
hey, Rita.
I'm putting
So,
a slow mo. 30 seconds.
I have a theory that I'm going to tell you, and I've had it for a while,
Okay.
of what happened with Mr. Sebastian. I've always thought something happened between him and Katie in that house, and I've always thought that it happened in that garage. I have always thought that.
Well, a lot of
I
people
have
say they say he was sleeping in the garage. That's why there was a mattress
Mhm.
there, because
Yep.
he was peeing in the bed and they didn't want the house to smell like piss.
Yep. And also the rumors of him being hosed off outside, Katie being called names, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
I believe something went down in that house. And I think that she was on the phone with Chris when it happened. And I think she was irritated. And I think, this is my opinion, that's why I'm glad you give your little thing out.
Mm-hmm.
I think something happened between her and that kid. And I think I think she went too far. I'll always believe that. And I don't know if her work van got searched. I don't know that. I know that the place got searched over and over. But they allowed Chris to leave for 17 hours, 2 days after being there. Now, I have never seen a situation where a kid goes missing and you're allowed to go pick up a camper, no supervision, no one tailing you, no one checking anything out, on a trip that shouldn't have been over 8 hours, and you're gone 17 hours. Now, I have a lot of questions about that.
My thing about that, Rita, is he didn't leave with a camper. He went and got a camper.
I know, but I'm wondering
And
if
he
the
came
parents...
there, when he got there, the police were already there, so it ain't like he could have loaded a body into his vehicle and took off.
But
because the police
you were just
there.
talking about the mom being at the station. I saw the video. It looked just like the lady. I'm not lying. I saw that video
So
where
you
they were at the station at 5:30 in the morning. I think they
dropped them off.
Took that kid out of that house. Yes, and I think Chris got rid of that. That's exactly what I think. I have always thought that. Chris was home by then. He had time to do something. They allowed him to leave. I think that. I have thought that from day one. I have thought that. I've stayed up at night thinking about this case. You guys know I call in religiously about this case, and I've had different theories, but that's the one that sticks in my brain.
So you think it was a handoff, and then Chris picked up the kid, and then he went and did something with the kid?
I will always believe that. Until someone proves me wrong, I will believe that until we find Sebastian and we find out what happened with him. I will believe that. That's just my theory. I've seen the suspicious activity, the way that he treats Katie, the way that he treats people in general. He can't even get on a panel with a female without even coming on to her. Who does that? Who treats somebody the way that he treats people? And it seems to be okay. And that's just, I believe that he's a horrible person. I think she's a horrible person. And I really believe in as much things that Seth has done that is wrong, that we never agreed with, he didn't hurt that kid. I think
I never
said he hurt the kid.
I never thought Seth did anything.
Yeah, I know you guys didn't, but my thing is this. I think that she hurt that kid. Chris helped her cover it up, and his family. That's what I think happened.
Now, I can say this. I don't know if Chris and Katie hurt their kid. I'm more suspicious of them than I am of Seth all day long. I can easily tell you
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You know, Seth's behavior is what you expect, right? The only problem I've ever had with Seth is I wish he would have made better decisions. Not that he had anything to do with it. I just wish Seth would have made better decisions and who he aligned with. But other than that, you know, I have no problem with Seth. I don't think he had anything to do with it. And I hope one day he does get reunited with his son.
Oh, yes, me too. And I feel bad for, if I'm wrong about this, I would be the first one to go publicly live on my own channel that I have. And I would apologize to these parents, but I'm telling you, in my heart, I feel like they are guilty of sin. And I feel like that something really bad happened and they all covered it up. And I feel like with a $200,000 reward as what it is up to now,
Somebody would have done talked if they knew. That tells me only 2 people know, and they're not telling on one another.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to tell on their son.
Well,
That's just my opinion. And it was good talking to you. I'm going to get off because this phone's going to have to be charged, and I'm going to keep watching.
all right, Rita,
I love
be
you
good.
guys.
All right, peace.
All right, bye.
Now, me myself, I only go with the reward that's on the FBI site
Yeah.
because I don't know if there's any stipulations on the other
There is,
rewards.
and they offer rewards for everything.
But I go with what's on the FBI site, the official site. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, and PJ's doing all right. Who's this and where you calling from?
Christina from Texas.
Hey, Christina.
Hi. So a couple things. I was watching a YouTuber last night, and she's not like a true crime YouTuber by any means. She's like the mom of an autistic child, but she found a photo from last December. So that would have been 2 months before Sebastian disappeared.
Yeah.
Of the garage door had a wreath on it, and then right above there was a security camera. And so they did have cameras on their house before he
Can
disappeared.
you send me that picture? Can you get me that picture?
Yeah, it's I put it in the comments earlier, the lady's name, but yeah, I can you get a text
to this number right here. 757-797-6694. If you can get me a picture of that, I would love to see that.
Yeah, it was a white wreath with a gold bow, and right above it's a security camera. See where PJ's sitting as she leans over a little bit?
Lean towards Sebastian.
Sebastian?
That way.
She's like scrolling away on her phone, or I have a delay or
Okay,
something.
yeah, you got a little delay, but she's leaned over now.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that's the side door, that door next to the garage, the regular door. That's where the wreath is.
Okay, so it was near the door on by where the van is.
The furthest one, the one that would be closest to like their front door.
Oh, okay. So there was a reef on this garage door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where was the camera above it?
Above it, right where the gutter is.
I think that's new. I think that's there now.
No, that picture was before he disappeared.
Oh, yeah, definitely get me that picture because if it had a reef on it, that was at Christmas time.
Right, which was in December, and he disappeared in February.
Wow. Because when I went there wasn't no security camera there. And I was there in March.
Right. Yep. I'll send you the whole link to the video with the picture.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate that.
Was that on a channel or what?
Do you know the creator's name?
I do. I can tell you her name, or I can just text it to you.
You can tell us. We don't care.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up really quick. I know her first name's Julie. Let me look at the. Hold on.
And she was talking about this last night?
Yeah, it's Julie Skolnick, Skolnik. PJ's
on it. Okay. She's on it.
SK what?
SK what?
Skolnick, Skolnik. And you'll be able to tell she's done a lot of lives since then.
Oh, I saw her. I watched this.
Yeah, there is a description, I think, in one of the lives of the security camera. She puts the description on the live.
She's the one that said the exact same thing I said about the CPS thing.
Okay.
I just seen this video.
See if you can find the timestamp and then send me the link.
Okay.
All right.
And okay, awesome. That's all. I know we're on a time limit, so I appreciate you letting me call in.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for the information and thanks for sharing with us.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks. I mean, see, that's important. So anybody got any little clues or anything? Here's my thing about sleuthing. The more brains and the more people you got working on things, the quicker you can come up with answers. Are they covering something up? Did they take these lights and these cameras down purposely? I mean, that is a major question, because I found it odd that the light was gone. Did they take the light down the same time they took the security camera down?
Sure seems like it.
Dolly, PJ.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, this is Bobby. Hey, I just love y'all, child. Hey, I was going to say, even if that shirt wasn't Sebastian. They should still check it for like hairs, because he could possibly went through there, put that shirt on.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing I thought. You know, that it may not have been something he was wearing at the time, but it may be something he acquired. Maybe he took it off a clothesline. Maybe he grabbed it out of a Goodwill box. Maybe somebody gave it to him.
And see, just like y'all was talking about the security cameras and them lights over at garage, he could have possibly been, they could have possibly had him in something in that car.
That's what I always believed. And that's why I always was like, well, the light's gone. The car's in the garage, right?
And that's why everybody's talking about all them lights that they was saying those were in garbage trucks. That was possibly a handoff.
And why didn't Katie call the police? Why did she call Chris before she called the police?
Exactly.
Why didn't she call his daddy instead of calling Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's like my baby mama. If something happened to my kid, she's gonna call me before she calls her boyfriend. I know that. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be like, something's going on with Tiff. You need to figure it out. She ain't gonna call her boyfriend and ain't nowhere around her kid.
She reminded me of that Susan Smith.
I don't agree. They clearly don't get along. She's not gonna call him for nothing.
I guess
she's gonna make Chris call him if she wanted something to get to him. But
how do we know that Chris is the one that'd be like, well, you better not be talking to him? Some dudes are jealous like that. There's a lot of jealous guys out there.
Here's another thing. Why don't they contact the garbage companies around there and see if any of them went through there during that time frame and all that?
I believe they have. And here's the thing, and we even heard this from Seth, that the video is stuck on 311. No matter how long you watch it, right? If you watched it for 4 hours, it still says 311 on the timestamp of the video.
And Dolly, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If that boy was home, them dogs would have picked his track up when he went in and out of that house taking that garbage out.
I think that's why so many people believe he never came home from the Texas Roadhouse.
I believe the same thing. And
but if that's the case, listen, if that's the case, then what are the lights behind the house? I mean, listen, something has to be right and something has to be wrong. It can't be all of it. It can't be all of it. Either he came home
that's
or
what
he
I
didn't
think
come
that
home.
car was in there as a decoy, and then they pulled it out to make it look. Either he didn't return home from the road. He had to return home because they said he took the garbage out. So if that's the case, if he did, and he did make it from the roadhouse, then she parked that car in that garage and made it as a decoy. That's why they're seeing all them lights. It was a handoff. She had him in that trunk of that car.
I mean, I don't know. It's just weird that the dogs didn't pick up a trail. And then when they did pick up a trail, it didn't lead them nowhere near where the lights were at.
They should have picked him up if he took that garbage out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the dogs should have tracked where the lights were at, but the dogs didn't track where the lights were at. The dogs went to the retention pond where he won't at.
Yeah. So there's no trace of him around that house at all, even going in and out to take, as she claims he took the trash out. There's no trace of him.
There's too many things that conflict with each other. Like the dog didn't pick up a trail, but yet he walked behind the house with a flashlight. Well, why didn't the dog pick that up?
Yeah.
You know, and then you got no scent of him, like the police are saying. Then did he come home? Why didn't they pick him up? I mean, it seems like the dog had a trail and they didn't. They didn't even have a smart trail.
There had to have been a handoff somewhere between that Texas Roadhouse and their home. It had to have been.
I mean, that would explain why the dogs didn't pick up a trail. Maybe they picked up an old scent of him being out there playing. If they did, then why did the trail end? Somebody didn't go throw him in the retention pond, then take him out, put him in a car. That don't even make sense.
But then you think about when she said the time that he took that trash out, if that was true, if there's any truth to that, there should have been a scent.
Yeah, I agree. And I think her saying he took the trash out is maybe why they went to the dump, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I know they had to have a reason to search that damn landfill. They just don't go randomly search landfills when kids run away.
Exactly.
So,
and that's a shame. I've said before, she was jealous of Seth. She did not want Seth to have that child, even if she didn't want him.
And FBI don't put rewards on runaway kids.
Yeah, and then so quickly bring in your stepdaughter.
No.
Yeah. But Dolly, I get off here, man. I
right.
just love y'all, son. It's nice talking to you. And you and PJ have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, brother.
You too. Happy holidays, my friend.
Yeah, Granny said they
Hey,
were
y'all
writing
be
a
good.
Sebastian on the 26th. It's on the original poster by Ellie. I've been screaming that.
Yeah, and that's why I said that we continue to search for him as anything's possible, because he could be in the woods. That's why we shared the boot, the shoes, and finding the site that we found, because just in case we're wrong, guys. Listen, I've been wrong about things, but listen, we listen to all the theories that are out here. One of these theories is probably right, but the rest of them are wrong, right?
Yeah.
There can only
all
be
right.
They can't. Yeah, they can't all be right. The dogs can't. The dogs didn't track where the lights were at. But then we got the lights. Then we got the dog trails. Then we got them at the landfill. Then we got the FBI putting out a reward. And just like she just said, that the police know more,
a lot more,
and they're not telling us. Okay, they're not telling us, because even if they suspect the parents, if
they don't have enough evidence, they're not going to say a word.
Listen, maybe Tennessee's smarter than Georgia. Chief Hatley came out and said Leilani Simon is the number one suspect in the disappearance of her child. A mob showed up out in front of the house. Dolly was there. Dolly was part of the mob, okay? Right? A mob showed up.
They would say the parents are
soon as they say parents are the number one suspect in the disappearance of this kid, there's going to be a mob of people on that street from daylight, from the time the sun comes up, till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Think
okay?
about how long Michael Monkey Vaughn's case has not been prosecuted, and they know who did that. Just like here, who knows if they know or what they have. If they don't have enough evidence, so
they got to build it. They got to build it.
But if they don't have it as of yet, they're not going to say a word,
because they only get one chance. If they try them and they get off, then you can't try them again, because then it's double jeopardy, and they could get away with murder. Right. So when they go in on them, right, they got to make sure that it is absolutely solid when they go in. Teresa, thank you for all you do. PJ, Dolly, happy. I think that said Thanksgiving. I don't have my glasses on, guys. I'm trying to do the best I can.
Please don't. There's a channel that's live, whatever, accusing whatever this channel. Just please don't mention them.
Yeah, don't mention
attention to them. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care about any other channel, but we care about what's going on here and finding justice for this child. If it don't have nothing to do with that,
they can say whatever they want to say.
Yeah, who cares what other channels say? Okay, it's one of these. We ain't in a competition, right? We want justice for this child.
The biggest views he's got is from your name, and this title is pretty sad.
We don't care about none of that stuff, right? If people, if people need to eat off of my name, let them eat off my name. It's Christmas time. It's the holidays. Everybody got to have Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, everybody got to eat, right? Dolly got to eat. They got to eat. If they go, I'm the person putting food on their plate. More power to
Thank
it.
You,
okay.
Nina.
So,
super sticker.
Let's do it. Phone lines are back open. Yeah, like I said, something is going on.
See, listen, Willow's Trials and True Crime Discussion says, I heard it was confirmed that Sumner County reached out to another creator and asked for 3 videos from their interviews with the Proud Ones. This was confirmed last night.
Okay. We had to check into that. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm calling from Ohio.
Hey, nice to meet you. Who's this? I know where you're calling from, but who is it? Who are you?
Raw Beanie.
Raw Beanie?
Yeah, that's my name in chat.
Okay, all right. We don't pick your name. It sounds good to me. Just as good as anybody else's name.
Well, I have an answer for the lights if he didn't come home.
Okay, let's hear it.
They were having a slumber party with the cousin.
Uh-huh.
And the reason Kathy Bauer Sox was at Warsham's was to pick up the little girl.
Okay.
So she went down there to pick her up because she seen something.
The little girl did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they wanted her out of the house before the cops got there.
That's the first I've ever heard this.
Yeah.
Okay. You're the first.
But she did. Katie said they went to pick up the little girl.
Earlier.
But then when they were at dinner, they were only the 2 of them. So where did the little girl go in the picture, and was she there? I never even thought to ask that.
Yeah, and there's two different stories about who took the girl home.
Oh.
Well, the little girl wasn't there when they left the restaurant. The little girl wasn't at the restaurant because Seth seen the video of Chris and Katie leaving, and it was just
Sebastian and Katie.
I mean,
yeah,
I said Chris and Katie. My bad. That's how rumors get started. Sebastian and Katie leave because he's seen that video, and remember, I talked to him about the video the day he seen it.
I don't believe nothing.
Right? He said, "I seen the video. I asked
He
for
also
proof
said
of
he
life."
seen a garbage truck. So
yeah, he also said he seen a garbage truck, but then he changed his mind on that.
Yeah.
So you're
I was just
saying
thinking
Katie went and dropped that little girl off that morning to the Bauer Sox is what you're alleging.
At the store, at Washington's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they went shopping, and then they went home to drop off the groceries. She could have dropped off the little girl
right
with her sister, then went out to eat, and then went back.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people miss, that they went home twice. She went home twice. She went to BJ's bowling, and then she came home to drop the groceries off, and then she went out to eat, and then she came back home.
That's what she said happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So wait, so how does the little girl stay with them until the following morning for Bauer Sox to pick her up?
That I don't know.
Well, I was thinking the sister-in-law went with them when they went to drop the groceries off. Because originally she said she went with her. That the sister-in-law and her went shopping. Like they all went together.
Uh-huh. And bowling.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
they all rode together.
Yeah, but then
how'd you get home the first time?
It still don't explain where Sebastian's at in this. In your theory, just in your theory? I mean, I know you don't know, but
he's still home, and something happened in the home.
Oh,
but the girl seen it.
Okay,
and they had to get the girl out of the house before the cops got there.
Okay, and then did she come back and get him out the house? Because
Chris came and took care of it, like the other caller said.
I don't know. That just it don't ring right in my head. My squirrels are kicking the nut around, but they ain't getting. You know what I'm saying?
But that would explain why they're so protective too, because you wouldn't want the kids involved.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know. I had to think about that one.
I'd have to write that down to understand.
My brain is just not quite computing it completely yet, you know.
Because that's her granddaughter, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
By blood. She wouldn't want her involved.
I mean, I would agree with that, but I don't know. No mention of this little girl was ever in any of the stories. You know,
they're trying to keep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean,
exactly.
my squirrels get that part. What I'm not getting is them going to drop this girl off, coming back, then getting rid of the child, you know, and the little girl not saying nothing, and then everybody covering for Katie. Do you think that Bauer Sox like Katie that much? How many families like the wife that much? You know, it ain't her parents. Her parents live in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
No, but they would have to cover for her in order to keep the granddaughter out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows you how small the world is, right? Her mom, Katie's mom, lives right down the street from me, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. Like, I can walk to her house. That's how close her mom lives to me. So I got people in this neighborhood that I've showed pictures of Sebastian to and said, hey, keep an eye out for this kid just in case, you know, because you just never know. But look, we're out of time. I appreciate you calling in with your theory.
All right, thank you.
All right, peace.
Can I address one thing?
Yes, you can address one thing. Hold on, caller. Hold on. PJ needs to address something.
Maria Rivera said PJ wasn't there, but after everything that has been said, I don't understand why you keep saying that he ran away. Why? The reason that I say that is because when humans talk, they subconsciously say words that they don't even realize they're saying. And Katie said that she didn't understand why he walked away.
Why he walked out the door,
and I believe that she does, in fact, know why, and that they possibly had an argument or something.
And the sightings.
Right, and the sightings.
Yeah.
So that's why.
And to keep hope alive, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if not, you know what I'm saying? Why search for them if there ain't no finding them? Right? We want to, you know, have hope that, you know, there's that possibility until we know for sure there's not. So I always say keep an open mind. Like, yeah, you know, let's just say odds statistically, right? 8 months, foul play, no more sightings. We understand that the odds are in the favor of what you're saying, that it's foul play. I understand it, but it's that slim chance, that little slim ass chance that this child is out there somewhere. We need to continue
Adam
looking
said
for
she
him.
even rocked, like soothing himself while saying, I don't know why he walked out. Yeah.
So I just say keep an open mind to everything. Let's kick over every rock, not just one rock, right? Let's kicking the same rock. Let's kick over every rock. Let's don't leave any stone unturned. The possibility that there's foul play, we keep looking into that. If there's cameras that are gone, we keep looking into that. If this kid's in the woods, we look into that. We look into homeless people. We look into whoever's seen them run into the woods. We dig it all out, right? We bring every skeleton out the closet. If you're going to pull a skeleton out the closet, you don't pull just one bone out. You pull the whole damn thing out, right? Let's get it all out into the open. Let's figure it out. It's like a puzzle, right? We got to have all the pieces. If you're missing one piece of the puzzle, you might not be able to see the picture,
You
right?
can't solve the puzzle.
You can. It's a dinghy. I seen Mallrats. Y'all remember that movie? They were staring at the picture trying to figure out what it was, and the guy walked up and he said, it's a dinghy. And he was like, oh, I've been looking. He had been looking at it for like weeks. He had been staring at it, trying to figure out what the hell it was.
And Kitty said, did mom tell him to go? That's the one thing that could be why she said, I don't know why he walked out. Maybe she sent him out.
She has had some slippages.
Yeah.
Right.
Leakage.
Slippage is what I believe. Like one thing I always listen, I don't really ever defend the Proudfoots, but one thing I will say that made me think something weird, like she was telling the truth, is because she mentioned the thud, right? Like if you was trying to cover something up, would you say something that made you look so
Only
bad?
said that after she was asked to describe what type of sound she heard, and then she said,
Yeah, but why even bring it up? If you did something
I just don't-
horrible,
I don't
why
see
bring it
anything
up?
Because
I think like that too. Because see, I don't leave any option. Like I may think they did something, but then I look for reasons like, well, why did they do this? Because a guilty person wouldn't have done this, right? I mean, if I'm guilty, I ain't telling you about no thug. I didn't hear shit. I don't know nothing, didn't see nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Granny's watching said, I think Sebastian was in a tough place with two tough men who didn't hesitate to discipline him. There's been buzz of trouble, and maybe that'll make sense when it all comes up. That's CPS
Then that's
report.
more reasons to run away, though.
Right.
If you scared, you got dudes whipping in the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Dolly.
No.
Hello.
Hi, Dolly.
Yes.
Oh my God, I got through.
Turn off the background.
I just wanted to add to the story with.
Hey, you have to turn.
Sebastian.
You got to turn
You
us
know-
down in the background, okay? Or we'll
Okay.
echo.
I got to mute you. There we are. Is that better?
As long as we
Is that
can't
better?
hear. Yes.
Okay. I don't know if it was said though, but Katie, her job in the Navy was about the security cameras and the wiring of them and the installation. And she also worked for a worldwide company. To not have security cameras on the value of that house is awfully strange to me. Since that was her job. You know, if you're a landscaper, you landscape your lawn, right?
Yeah.
You install security cameras, you're gonna make sure your house has security cameras.
Well, I was a painter for years, and my house needs to be painted.
Oh, come on, Jimmy.
I'm just saying it does.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
I worked
Did
as
you have to-
I worked as an
was your house worth $1
electrician.
billion?
I worked as an electrician. And I still need to pull the plug in the kitchen.
Right, but I mean, for the value of that house, you know, you would think it would. Since every other house around there seems to be, you know, has their cameras.
Yeah, them are nice houses.
But you know, I do want to touch on PJ though. Get back to the basics. Get all this conspiracy theory shit out of here. It doesn't matter if he's autistic, he's not autistic. Get back to the basics like you do. And you know, like you said, every stone gets unturned. Then when you start running with this one said that and this, it gets lost. You get lost in translation.
I just find it really important to focus on what the actual people involved said also. So all
Absolutely.
the interviews that the parents did, it's very important after what they said because it slips
I agree
out.
100%.
And we spent the day compiling every interview, every news clip, every interview, 158 of them.
Yeah, and that's
Right?
not even all of them because I was worried it was getting doubles, so I kept doing. I had to clip them one by one.
So we would know that there was nothing that was reported, nothing that was said that we didn't have.
Yeah. And like you said, this channel, when you start watching multiple channels covering the same case, you get a little piece from here or there, you know, you get this whole mixing pot. That's not good either because then that's how the rumors, you know, get spread and this and this. You just got to keep it basic. He was a teenager. Did he run away? Was he taken? They're not masterminds.
No, there's no.
They might have money, but they're not the smartest people. I mean, and they've proven that. So it's not like some.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Smart people don't get away with crimes. These dumbasses in the middle of nowhere, they get away with crime, right? Like we were in Hawkins County, and let me tell you, them people ain't the brightest. They're not the brightest.
I've been watching for a long time, though.
Yeah, they're not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And they damn sure got away with some stuff, right? In my opinion.
I tell you, when you keep it to basics, like you said, that you know, go back and you listen. The truth is there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just we got to get rid of all the smoke in between to keep focused on the child. I don't care if it was the father, the mother, who, as long as it's about Sebastian.
Okay, we just had a computer glitch. You notice her time ain't moving on the clock?
It's probably up. But real quick too, I also sent a little donation to your thing. I don't know if it went through or not because my phone died when I was doing it.
Oh,
so I
that's
just want to
fine.
make sure you got that too. So all right, I'm out.
All right, peace. Okay, can't. Yeah. And I'm gonna post that link. This is to get us back on the road fund, right? As you can see, it says get us back out there searching. Because we only have limited funds and limited time that we can do it to be out there in person. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. What's up, man?
Hey.
Robin from Tennessee.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, I've been watching you for a long time, but I ain't going to take up much of your time. I've got a few points to check out.
Okay.
You said that you didn't know why there wasn't a scent or whatever to the garbage can.
Yeah.
When he supposedly took
Well,
it
no,
out.
I said I don't know why there's a scent that didn't leave behind the house if he walked out there with a flashlight.
Yeah, what I was talking about the garbage can, it was told that the garbage man said that the garbage was heavy.
Yeah, but then locals told me that a machine picks it up. I have plenty of locals that called from that area, and I've talked to people in the area that says they have an arm that comes out just like they do here, and it picks it up. A dude don't even get out the truck.
Yeah, we have one that has an arm, and we have every once in a while the regular garbage people pick it up. But I heard that was said.
I mean, we do have regular garbage men I have seen on my road, but they usually come for like bulk pickup.
Yeah, we got both. It don't matter. It's because I think it's just starting out. But anyway, my point was they checked the Kentucky landfill.
Uh-huh.
Well, the Kentucky landfill was for the new subdivision with the pond, retention pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never said that they checked the Tennessee landfill, which was
because one of the dogs tracked up towards the construction site where the dumpster was. I believe that's why they searched the Kentucky one, because that dumpster that sat at the top of the hill, they believe he may have climbed in it.
Yeah, but if he was in his own garbage can, they should have checked Tennessee landfills too.
Yeah.
Chad is saying that they have to still weigh everything to have a legal limit.
Yeah.
I thought they did that on scales.
Right. So, but I mean, if they pulled the truck up and weighed the truck and the amount is high or something.
Well, I'll tell you what.
But I mean, I can't imagine.
I'll tell you how we solved this. I'll walk out there Thursday when the dude picks up the trash. I'll be like, "Did you weigh that?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the best way is to ask the trash man.
Question, yeah.
You know, so
really, ours don't weigh nothing.
Yeah, I don't think ours weighs anything either. No, I don't know if that's true. An arm just comes out, they sling that shit in the back, crush it,
throw
keep moving.
The can back down.
Yeah, they don't even set the can back. They just sling it in our fucking yard. I gotta go out there and pick the trash cans up off the ground all the time. They just throw.
Well, my My guys, I fix some Christmas cookies and fudge and stuff, so
I
they
don't
put
even
mine
think the
up there.
dude stops at my house. I think he grabs them while he's moving. He's just slinging them bitches. They're all over the street and everything. When I go out there, I'm like, damn. And I'm
Right?
I mean, he slams them down so hard that he's done broke the wheels off. I think
Oh,
3
my
different
God.
trash cans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Say,
constantly
dude,
getting
you're going to have to buy me another damn garbage can.
well, they'll bring you one if it's destroyed, but then if you want to buy one, I think it's $85 or something like that. Because I got like three or 4 cans, and this I don't know if I got too many cans, and the dude's like, "F this guy," and he just slings them into my yard with the truck.
Right.
But I mean, he just don't give a damn. And let me tell you this: if anything comes out the trash can, he don't get out the truck and pick it up. I'm constantly going out there cleaning shit up because sometimes I just throw loose trash in the trash can. It's not in a bag. So if it don't go in the truck, he don't get out there and pick shit up. He'll leave the whole fucking street full of trash.
I'll be calling the damn city, the sanitation department, telling them about that shit.
Yeah, they over my shit, I think. the trash people. I had a pile of trash they didn't come get for like 3 months. They said it was under the power line, right? I was like, well, that's the fucking trash spot. What am I supposed to move the power line? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, they wouldn't come get it because they said it was under a power line. I was like, well, how do you get the cans? And the cans are under the power line too. They just didn't want to get out the fucking truck and pick the stuff up, right? Because it was a bulk pickup. And they put a ticket on my trash. A ticket.
A chicken.
A ticket. Like a ticket. Like
a ticket.
Fine. Yeah. I had to move my trash down the street. Literally down the street to get them to pick it up.
Man. Well, I don't want to hold you up. Hey, PJ, sorry. Yeah. I hope y'all have a nice Thanksgiving, but I do want to touch on Summer Wells real quick.
All right.
Summer Wells, I have told and wrote this on so many people's channels. If you go back and find it, I'm not good at computers, but in the shed down there below where Dawn went first.
Yeah.
It does not make sense. It has weighed on my mind that everything in there's junk and dirt floors, but there's one heater turned around backwards with fresh poured concrete, and you can get stuff to scent that to where they can't smell dead bodies.
I mean,
it don't make sense to have a concrete brand new and everything in there is old and dirty and dusty. And they had traffic galore at that shed down there. Because you can go back and look at the pictures. It was all wore down.
I wonder if Don will sell me that shed.
I don't know.
We'll be neighbors. We'll be neighbors.
He won't.
But it just has never made sense
to
me that.
I don't know. There's no walls in the shed. You can see right into the shed.
Well, that fresh poured concrete, there's 2 stoves. One that's a wooden one.
Yeah,
one I think it's a gas or a wooden one, but it's bigger. It's turned around backwards, and it's sitting on that fresh poured concrete. And it was mentioned that in Summer Wells' case that there was some kind of concrete stuff that you could pour to block out decomposition.
I don't.
With him going there first, there's got to be something right there.
I mean, I said the same thing in my video today. Did you watch my video from today?
I watched the one where you was out there running around out there and doing the drone.
Yeah, I said there's a reason he went to that shed first.
There is.
Yeah.
I said it. Even in the video, I was like, there's a reason he went to this shed first. I just thought it's because when you look at that drone footage, if you look, there's a path that leads right up to the house. And I believe Summer would go down that path, right? And that path leads right to the shed. So I believe she would go down there and play. And I thought that's why everybody was going down there to look for her, because that's where she would go play.
I find something more creepier about that because of the SA and all that.
Yeah, I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
To me, Candace was selling her, and Dawn knew it, or he was too, and they had put her down there to be picked up. And he went down there to see if she had been picked up. when he found out she was, he was like, "Whew."
That's
Okay,
exactly,
well,
Or
look,
they were, or they were supposed to drop her back off.
We're off topic and we're out of time. Not trying to be an asshole, but we are out of time.
No,
Well,
that's fine.
I appreciate you calling, and I thank you.
Or
for
they were supposed to drop her off and didn't bring her back. But
that's
anyway,
exactly why he can say that she got picked up by somebody.
Yeah. All right. You be good. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye bye.
All right. Peace. Now, I don't want to get too far off topic. I mean,
I know.
thank you guys for everybody that watched that Summer Wells video. It did a lot of plays, and I was out there at the barn and stuff. But we want to stick with Sebastian Rogers. I think we were getting a lot of good information from the calls and a lot of good theories, and the girl with the video and the video cameras. So I want to stay on track. Usually I go all over the place, but let's try to keep it on track. If you want to mention Summer Wells, let's just keep it real brief, because when you start talking about something else, I kind of lose my train of thought of where I was at, and like my squirrels, they pause. They're like, Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
This is Jen.
Hey, Jen.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty
How
good.
are you and PJ?
We're doing pretty good. Dave, you want to hit? It's about time for you.
I've got stuff that I'm looking at that I need you to possibly put mute on.
Okay. What's going on, Jen?
Well, I was going to say, there are actually a few good clues that, CP left, and we're just not paying any attention to them, or we're in denial or something.
Okay, run them past us.
Okay, well, I'm glad, you guys are realizing that they did have security, before Sebastian went missing. Which I knew all along.
I mean, I heard rumors of it, but I hadn't seen no proof of it.
Well, she works for Brinks, security. That, truck has been out there for months.
Mm-hmm.
And, who is CP to sit there and tell the cops that they can't search it? Because of, they need permission from, the company or something.
Yeah.
No, they don't. All they need is a warrant.
Okay. Do you think that maybe possibly he was in that van behind us?
Well, there was something in there because, I'll tell you, he did switch RVs for some reason. They look exactly the same.
I always thought
those
that was
RVs. Except
suddenly he just needs the other one.
No, I think he handed it off to the Punky Socks.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I have two.
Yeah, but
depending on what we're doing.
Yeah.
They look exactly the same, except the newer one has more squarish windows in it. And I heard he was, when they left or something, they had that Brinks truck behind, the RV, dragging it somewhere. God knows where they took it.
No, because when I was there, the truck was still there. They didn't take the truck, the van with them. That van had stayed there. Even when they left town, that van was still there. When I was in town, that light was missing out of the corner of the house, and that Brinks truck was still there.
Yeah, but is it there now?
I mean, I don't think it's there now, but it was there at the time. This is an older picture that you're seeing behind us.
Well, yeah, I know. I know. I'm saying though, somebody said they saw them hook it up to the newer, or it was either the older or the newer RV and took it somewhere.
That I don't know. I can't be positive, so I can't even.
I mean,
speak
let's
on it.
focus back to the company. I don't think you can buy a Brinks truck.
No, that was definitely a company vehicle because they said that on Nancy Grace. That he couldn't talk about what kind of vehicle it was because it was a company vehicle.
Well, yeah, and it doesn't take the company to say, okay, the cops can search it. The police, all they need is a warrant.
Yeah, absolutely.
To go in there and do that. You know, and why is he giving orders to the police officers for? You know, who's in control of this investigation?
Well, we don't know because Chris wasn't there when the police first got there.
Yeah.
Okay, he wasn't there, so we don't know what the police did before Chris got there, right?
No, I mean at that time when you know that Brinks truck was there, and he said they couldn't search it.
I don't remember him saying they couldn't search the truck. I just remember him saying he couldn't speak on the truck.
He couldn't speak on the truck.
Yeah, he couldn't speak on the truck because it was a company vehicle. Because Nancy was asking what kind of vehicles they had.
Yeah.
And he said, and she
He didn't know what kind of truck he had either, though.
Yeah, he knew what kind of truck he had. That's just like you asking me what kind of truck do I got. I ain't even that big of a car guy, and I can tell you what type of trucks I got. So,
well, I mean, it's just like, you know, I find it all, in my opinion, premeditated.
If it's foul play, it's definitely premeditated.
Oh, well, yeah. If you take, you know, the light or the, you know, security out of your house, and when it was up at Christmas, and then it was gone, and now it's back again.
Yeah, we're going to check more into that as far as the security camera. But look, hey, we're out of time. I appreciate you calling, and happy holidays. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving.
And I hope you guys too. Thank you very much.
All right, peace. All right, guys, hold on 1 second. I got to mute. Me and PJ got to have a little powwow for a second, but give us 1 second. All right, we're unmuted. PJ got to go. It's her bedtime. She has to get up for work in the morning. I don't. Okay. So I'm going to continue to take your guys' calls. So if you got a theory on what happened to Sebastian Rogers, any clues that you may be able to throw out there that we're overlooking, let's hear it. The phone lines are now back open. The call-in number is on the screen. Give me 1 second, though. Let me shut this door so I don't disturb PJ. I'll do it in a minute. Dolly.
Dolly, the last caller just made me think about something.
What was that?
This is Sugar Nana from Indiana.
Hi, Sugar Nanny.
The other truck, Brinks truck or whatever that was there, that's where their equipment was. That's where all of their cameras and stuff went. That's why they didn't want them to look there, because
you think they took their cameras down and put them in the truck?
Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible. I mean, I don't
know.
Didn't
someone say that they pulled the camper with that one of those work vehicles?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if one of the campers were pulled with that. I mean, that's just rumor. I mean, I don't know. I have no way of verifying that or knowing for certain.
Right, but we're talking,
speculation. Yeah, if we speculate, somebody said they pulled it with that Brinks truck, but I don't see them towing nothing with a company vehicle. I don't. And that like I said, that vehicle was there the whole time.
It was a look-alike vehicle. You know, she bought her own personal one. Going to go out on her own. I don't know, but I do have a theory I want to run past you.
Okay,
I've been thinking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, a lot of different things. So I think it was something that they planned for him to just not be in the house for that week that the daughter was supposed to come. So all of that was planned. Get him out of the house. I think the Sunday night after they came home, allegedly, in my opinion, it could have been Chris was in town, because we also allegedly have heard that he wasn't working, that he had like a 4-day weekend or something along that line, possibly.
Yeah, I don't think that's true, though. I don't.
Okay, so, well, if we're going down the speculation theory, and so he comes home after they get home from the thing. He's in town all weekend, and he pops in at night after Sebastian goes to bed. Well, when she says, I don't know why he opened that door or went out that door or opened that door.
Uh-huh.
He walked out of his bedroom and saw Christopher there. Allegedly, in my opinion. They have a scuffle. He freaks out. That upsets him. Something happens. He runs. That's why they smell him around the pond, possibly. And if the dog's really hit, allegedly, and all that stuff. Terrorizing. Sebastian runs, and they're chasing him. Those are the flashlights. But he goes a different way than what they're looking. And so maybe that's what the cars were coming to look and try and like block him off or something, the alleged cars that were pulling up. But either A, they got him and took him, or B, what if he hid in that trash can? What if something did go down and he was hiding in it and he fell asleep? He took his sleepy time medicine, right? So he hid in the trash can, and then the trash got dumped the next morning. And by the time he woke up or came to, or could have got knocked out in the trash can or trash dumpster when the trash can dumped it, and that's what was his demise. And that's why the dogs, if they allegedly hit around the curb at the can, why they smelled him, and why they maybe went to the trash landfill to look.
I don't know exactly. I don't know
can.
exactly why they went to the dumpster. I mean, to the landfill in Kentucky. I don't know. I mean, anything is possible, but I don't believe Chris was home at all that weekend. I just think his alibi is too easy for the police to check. He's at a campground that has cameras. He's at a job site that has plenty of cameras in there. So, I mean, it would be easy. If I was a detective, I could figure out like that if he was at work or not. And I ain't even a detective.
What if it was done at home? And what would be the easiest way to get the boy out of the house?
That car that's in the garage. That car
or in a suitcase. If the stepdad's has been traveling and stuff, what's going to be one thing that they're not going to look in? What if those campers did get switched out? Because I think I heard PJ also say she didn't think those campers were the same campers.
Switched out when he went missing, though.
No, but he could have been putting those campers, and that's how they got rid of him. I think the camper, he was in a suitcase, and he could have been switched out. See, that's what I'm saying. Theories. These are just theories.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, anything is possible, but I'm just.
And then a suitcase is something that you can toss out along a river while you're taking a nature walk.
Well, a lot of people end up in suitcases. But look,
when you're traveling, it doesn't look suspicious. Okay, Dolly, have a good night.
We're out of time. Happy holidays to you, and just in case I'm getting
you and PJ too.
Happy Thanksgiving. Okay.
You too. You too.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
All righty. Let me open these phone lines back up. Now, if we just speculate, and I mean, anything's possible, but he didn't trailer when Sebastian went missing. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. That's just my opinion. You can be Dolly.
Dolly.
What's up, short legs?
Hi. I got through.
You did.
Finally.
You did.
Wowee. It's a rough night, huh?
Yeah, well, this is a popular case. A lot of people are into this one, and everybody has their theories of what happened. So I knew it'd be a pretty busy night.
Okay. I really think Sebastian's in the landfill, but I do have another theory that the Nina Gomez, that Nina never wanted Faith to go to the father without her. And they had been arguing that out in the court a lot.
Yeah.
And I think it's possible that, maybe one of her cousins or boyfriend, ex-boyfriend or whatever, somebody could have went and taken Sebastian.
Well, either he's went out on his own, somebody has took him out of that house, or they've handed him off to somebody. I mean, there's only so many options it could be, you know. Whoever done it, you know, if you did do something like that, why would you get involved in something like this? You know, because all it's going to do is get you put in prison.
Right, but they're not thinking that. They're not thinking that they're going to get caught. But eventually, someone is going to get caught.
If there is foul play in this, I believe, you know, somebody will get caught. They'll
If
slip
he
up.
didn't get upset and just run out of that house because he didn't want to see his stepfather again.
Yeah.
It's always a possibility, too.
Yeah. That's why I keep searching the woods, because there's the possibility that he could have ran away. And even though they're acting suspicious, maybe they don't have nothing to do with it. So I'm just trying to keep an open mind to it. You know, I believe, you know, anything's possible. He could have ran away. They could have done something. You know, he could have been catfish. We do know he had internet access, and they were acting like he didn't, but it looks like he had plenty of internet access.
Mm-hmm. And with Summer and your drone video, did you see anything pink anywhere on the mountains when you were droning?
No, I didn't see anything of interest that was like that stood out to me that I needed to, like, you know, walk up on or get up close up on. But the drone made a big difference. Like, yeah, that video only shows like a couple seconds of me droning. It don't show the hours that I spent searching droning, because nobody's going to watch that. The video would be 3 hours long, you know, so I had to mush all that into 30 minutes. So y'all basically get just a glimpse of what I was doing, but I was out there all day long.
You should put out an hour of it so people can, you know, search through it. You never know.
I might be able to do that, put the raw footage up. That's edited footage.
Yeah.
You know, I had to, you know, knock it down to about, you know.
Well, I figured it was edited.
Yeah, I mean, I only showed about 5 minutes of the droning. I was droning for, I would say, at least 3 hours.
Yeah, wow.
So, but I may put some of that out.
Did you see the couch, the flower couch that was there by any chance? There was a couch in that area that Ryan had seen, and it was tipped over backwards, and there was a hole in it, and he did find some bones in front of it, but no skull. And he said the bones are probably animal bones, and he dismissed it.
I don't know about in front of a couch.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't want to get too off topic right now. Short legs.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it had to do with the Summerwell's house, you know.
Yeah, we're talking Sebastian Rogers right now. I know I've been talking both cases today, but I'm trying to keep on track because I'll forget what I'm thinking if I.
Okay. Okay, that's all. I just wanted to say that one theory. Okay.
Okay. All right. Peace.
Thank you. Peace out.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay on track, right? Because if you get me thinking about a million things, I start getting scattered brain and forget what we were talking about and things like that. So yeah, let's kind of stick to Sebastian Rogers if we can, callers. All right. We did Summer Wells earlier today, right? So right now we're focused on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. You know, one kid at a time. Okay. My brain will overload if you try to put too much on me. Okay. If you try to put too much on me. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. I'm going in for the second time. So here's why I don't think Sebastian ran away.
All right. Who is it? You got to tell us who you are.
Oh, sorry. Christina from Texas.
Okay. Christina from Texas.
Yeah. Okay. So do you remember the video where Chris was talking to, I think it was narc divers, where the guy was leaned up against his truck and Chris was talking to him. You know, the guy was standing up against his red truck. It was one of the divers talking about like the retention pond. But Chris had said he was on speakerphone with the guy when he was talking, and he said, yeah, the dogs hit, and they hit a trail behind my house, down along the side of the house, down on the side of the house behind us, that's the exact same pathway of the flashlight video. That conversation and that live happened.
A dog hit.
before the
I hadn't heard nothing about no dog hitting down the trail where the flashlight videos were.
Yes.
Not at all.
So that was a conversation that he had with one of the divers. I believe it was narc divers, and the guy
And
was
Chris had this
standing-
conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was.
When did
he
we
was standing-
when did we start taking Chris as a credible source of information though?
No, I'm not at all. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I believe he had that conversation with the diver as kind of like a setup, because maybe he knew that video existed, and so it was like he put that information out there knowing that someone may have had that same exact video on their surveillance. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that video came out, and then not even 2 weeks later was when the flashlight video was leaked. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when he was talking to the dude, he went down there and Chris didn't want his help.
Right. And they were and he had a conversation with him. It was on the speakerphone, and he said, yeah, the dogs hit that scent. They went behind my house, down the path, down beside the other house, and out to the road, and then they lost the scent. That's the exact same path of where the flashlight video was. And I truly believe.
But that ain't what
that
that's what Chris said, but that ain't what was on the call from the police, the dispatch. They were on the radio saying where the dogs were at. And it wasn't where they're saying.
Different. Right, two totally different things. The one from the police call was that Max jumped into the retention pond.
Yeah.
The conversation that Chris
And
had
one
with
dog
the diver,
tracked to the construction site, and one dog tracked to the retention pond.
Exactly. But the conversation he had with the diver on the phone was completely different, and it was the exact same pathway of what the flashlight video was. But the weird thing is that conversation that he had with the diver was before that flashlight video even came out. It was almost like he set that conversation up on purpose. Maybe he just knew that somebody out there may have seen them going that path. Do you see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he would put that out there, but that don't seem to be the case. Not from what we've seen and heard.
Exactly, 100%.
So
anyway, that's it.
all right. Well, look, happy holidays.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. You be good. Stay safe.
Okay, bye.
All right. Peace. Yeah, I mean, listen. So when I got the phone line shut for a second, and thank you, Paula. Thank you so much for helping us out. Jumping on the Dolly train. I call it the Blessed Express. Jump on if you want to. That helps us in these searches and things that we do. So that this is right here, this link I'm posting. This is a good way to help us with our next search efforts. Okay. To get out there and try to bring some justice and some clues and some sleuthing to these kids. But thank you so much for getting on the Blessed Express tonight with Dolly. We heard the 911 dispatchers, right? We heard the dogs, where the dogs went. One of them went up to the construction site. One of them went and jumped into the retention pond, right? But there was no, once the head detective came out, he gave a statement that was, listen, it was a false lead by the dogs. The dogs didn't track on anything. They just was running, right? Is that true? I don't know. But why would this kid in the cold go jump in a retention pond? He didn't. Okay. He didn't, because he would still be in the retention pond. And then why couldn't the dogs track him when he got out of the retention pond? They would have still been able to track him, right? Dogs can track you through the water. So why didn't they track him into the backyard, down to the street where some people allege a car was parked? Okay. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the significance of those lights. Like, cause a lot of people think he never got home from Texas Roadhouse. So somebody's wrong. Okay. Somebody in these theories is wrong. I don't know who it is. I mean, I can't say you're wrong or I'm right or who's wrong and who's right, but everybody can't be right. Okay. Like, I don't know. I do not know. My opinion was, especially in the foul play, okay, because I got two opinions. All right, one, the boy was upset about the abuse in the household, and he ran away. All right. The second one is something happened to him bad inside that house. There was a car parked in the garage. They put him in that car. They drove him out of there. That's why he's not caught on camera. Okay. That's why the car was in the garage. That's why the lights were missing. That's why there's no security cameras. I mean, that's my second, opinion, right? Like, it's just my opinion. There's no proof to any of this, right? I just want to state that this is just my opinion on what I think could have possibly happened. And, but I continue to treat it both ways, that he ran away or he's, I think I just froze on the screen. Can you guys hear me? Give me the thumbs up if you can still hear me. Let me stop this camera and restart it and see if that works. No, I'm still pretty much damn froze on the screen. Give me the thumbs up if we're good out there and you guys can hear me okay. Frozen. Okay, y'all can hear me though? Okay, I guess it don't really matter if I'm frozen, long as you guys can hear me. Can hear you buffering. I see the thumbs up. Okay, so let's open the phone lines back up. I'm just frozen on the screen with a goofy look. You guys will be okay. All right. I don't know why it did that. Let me see if I can go into my settings and fix it. Dolly.
Dolly, I called in earlier, but you're on to it. When you stick to the basics, what you just said, the who, what, when, where, and how.
Uh-huh.
Like you said, Sebastian to retention pond, he would still be there. You make a list and you start with those simple words. Who benefited? Like they say, maybe he got in a trash can. Why would he get in a trash can? And then find out that, make our own need to cross them off. So we can stop that. You see what I mean? That's what I was trying to put in the chat. Because that's basics. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who had an interest in this child? He's not like, it's a high ransom. There was no ransom ever given, Would you check that off? Like you said, he's not in the pond. Why would he get in the trash can? Why would they want him gone? Who wanted him gone? Did he want to be gone? That's the basics you got to get back to. So you're on the right track. And I forgot to tell you, you look really good after all your heart things. It looks like you're getting more oxygen. Skin looks healthy. You look healthy. All right. But that's all I wanted to say. Exactly what you're hitting on. That's where we have to stay. To the who, what, when, where, why, and how. And then whack up and then take a black marker and knock it out when it doesn't line up. It doesn't make sense. Like you said, the retention bond. He would be there. Mark it off. We don't need to talk about it anymore. All right, get the confusion out. Have a good holiday.
Okay, can you guys hear me? All I see is the super chats right now. Thank you guys. Good Lord. Hold on. I rejoined tonight, so I am with the murder crew again. Thank you, Dolly and PJ, for going out and looking for these babies. You are such a blessing to so many. Okay. Where's my regular live chat? There you go. Okay, I see the thumbs up. Let me try to get my cam back working. Give me 1 second. I don't know what is going on with my camera. Poof, just like magic. It was just working too. Like, I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. This should be working, and I don't know why it ain't. Aliens got me. Okay, aliens got me. There's still 1,700 of you guys here. Thank you so much for sticking around. Give me 1 second, and I'll see if we can get the camera going. I don't know what happened, but I'll do my best to get it back working. Then we'll try to take some phone calls. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get everything working again. Okay, I think we lost my camera somehow. That's not good. That's not good at all. Let me try something else real fast to see if I can get this camera up and working. This may work. I'm not for sure. But just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to run down the problem. Solar flares? Yeah, it might be solar flares. I don't know at this point. Like, okay. Give me 1 second. I got to leave the room. Okay. I got to leave the room, but I'm coming right back in. So don't go anywhere. Something unplugged. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So give me 1 minute. Let me figure it out. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I got it. All right, that took a minute. All right. You guys are still here. You're awesome. God, y'all hung out for me. Okay, let's get this back rolling. Let me get the phone lines back open. Y'all can hear and see me okay, right? All right, give me 1 second. I need to shut this door so I don't disturb PJ.
I'm gonna go take them out, I guess.
Okay. Hold on. All right. All right, let me pull this over here. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. Technical difficulties. All right, phone lines are back open. Give me 1 second. I just got to share the screen again. Share screen. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey, how's it going?
This is Penny.
Hey, Penny, give me 1 second. I'm still working on a couple little technical difficulties. I got to get my volume back up so I can hear you good. Okay?
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Shouldn't take me long. 3 headphones. Okay. Okay, now I can hear. Hold on a second, Penny. PJ, my producer's coming in.
Okay.
You need what? Oh, here.
No, the one in front.
Right here.
Thank you.
All right, Penny, go ahead.
All right. Instead of Penny from Tennessee, now I'm still over here in Asheville, North Carolina, living on this sweet baby.
Okay.
But anyway, I keep hearing myself. Even if he did run away, he ran away from something. And remember what you've always wanted to know, Chris asked that question.
Yeah.
You know, what did he accuse you of?
Absolutely.
You don't forget that.
Oh, I haven't forgot, that there's a reason the CPS was called, and out of all things to talk about, he's never wanted to talk about why that was.
Right. I mean, he ran away from something if he did run away,
Yeah, absolutely.
You all probably came through Kingsport, didn't you?
Yes, we were just in Kingsport.
Yep. But I was here, so.
Oh, okay. Well, we were there for 2 days, and we was out there searching around for little Summer.
Yeah. Did you all look for Layla? Or
yes, we did a little bit of looking for her too.
Oh.
I went to the hotel she was last seen at, and that place was a total crack hotel.
I know. Wasn't it terrible?
I forget the name of it. Not American Express, but Americana or something like that was the hotel.
Americana.
Yeah, it was horrible. That was the dirtiest looking, grimy hotel.
Where did you all buy the monkey at?
The monkey?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got the monkey at like a thrift store.
Oh, okay.
It's not a real monkey. It's not a real monkey.
It's a monkey. It's a real monkey.
It's a baby. It's a real monkey. He's cool.
Said it was a real monkey. All right. Well, I just wanted to say hi, let y'all know I'm still alive. Ain't it pretty? It does look like Donald Trump's grandson, don't it?
It looks like Donald Trump's grandson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
the
monkey's cool. The monkey's cool. We'll let the monkey chill.
A little orange hair.
All right, Penny. You be good.
All right. Good night.
All right. Peace. All right. This monkey right here, his name is Spunky. Okay. This is Spunky the monkey. There's a lot of YouTubers out here with monkeys, apparently, in true crime. but there's nobody out here with a monkey quite like Dolly's. Okay. Spunky is the coolest monkey on YouTube. Make sure if you like Spunky, you give this video a like. Okay. Let's see if we could hit. This is Spunky, the funky monkey. Okay. He's the chillest monkey on these YouTube streets, and he don't sling shit. All right. Anyway, let's open the phone lines. Let's keep this on Sebastian Rogers. On topic. Let's do it. Brass monkey. All right. Don't get too sidetracked by the monkey. Everybody gets sidetracked by the monkey. All right. This is about little Sebastian Rogers tonight, not about the monkey. Okay, not about the monkey. Phone lines are open. Calling numbers on screen. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Hi, Spunky. It's Army Mom. How are y'all?
Hey, Army Mom. I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad. I gotta keep it down. I can't wake up PJ. She's in there going to bed.
Well, I got the case solved. I think I know what happened.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. I think, they said allegedly that he slept in the garage a lot.
Uh-huh.
Do you think he pulled in the garage that night and left the car running on purpose? Maybe he got carbon monoxide poisoning, and that's why there's no evidence of a struggle or anything like that there?
Yeah, well, that I haven't heard that one yet. That's brand new. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people think he was sleeping in the garage. So I don't know.
Maybe that's why she pulled in the garage that night, and then just left him in the car and drove him to wherever.
Oh, so I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a big garage. I mean, it would have to have no ventilation. I mean, anything's possible, but I mean, I've never thought of that.
They said there were like marks on the garage door.
Yeah, I heard that
too.
I've heard that. Like, I don't know, I don't know if they were there previous to that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And do you think they took the cameras from inside the house out so they wouldn't have any proof or CPS?
Well, I mean, people were saying there was cameras. There was people saying, that called in tonight saying that there's evidence of cameras being outside the house. So we're going to, we'll find out. We're going to go through that video, and then I'll have all that for you guys tomorrow. If there was cameras, we're going to find out. I know there's cameras now.
Yeah, but I wonder if he took them outside of the inside of the house, so there's no evidence of what was going on inside that home before all this happened.
I mean, if it was premeditated, then of course they did.
Yeah.
And there's rumors that they were, but I mean, right now that's just rumors.
Well, all right, Dolly, that's all I had. That's just my theory. So.
All right, you be good. Talk to you later. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Bye-bye.
Somebody says Spunky looks like a girl. Spunky is definitely not a girl. Okay. Real men wear pink. He has just a little bit of pink on him, but he's definitely a man. Okay. If not, he identifies as one. All right. This is 2024. You can identify as whatever you want these days. And Spunky said he's a boy. All right. This is so sad and frustrating. I don't want to get too sidetracked with the damn monkey, people. I shouldn't even have brought the monkey out. Okay. Once the monkey comes out, everybody goes crazy. We can't have everybody going crazy tonight. All right. Let me open the phone lines back up. I got about 15 minutes, and then I got a call tonight. Dolly. Hello. Okay. Goodbye. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
Hey, this is T in Texas.
Hey, T. How's it going?
Alex's mom.
Cool. What's going on?
Hey, I got to tell you something.
All right.
When autism and special needs parents get pissed off or frustrated with our kids, we don't lock them out of the house because the police would take us to jail and all that. We take our asses out the door, we go to Dairy Queen, and we sit in our fucking van and eat an ice cream cone without them. That's what we do.
Is that what you do?
Every time.
Okay.
Alex pissed me off. I go out and get me an ice cream or a Big Mac.
Or a Big Mac. Okay. Well,
yeah.
Hopefully he don't piss you off a lot. That'll give you high blood pressure.
Oh, he does.
High cholesterol.
He sure does. And I've gained about 30 pounds since this case began with Sebastian.
Stress eating. That's stress eating right there.
Yeah, it is. Oh, what I wanted to tell you too was
Happy Thanksgiving, Jimmy PJ.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
I hope
to
you
guys,
have a
too.
good Thanksgiving.
We're trying.
Enjoy eating ham or turkey.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to eat some turkey.
We're having ham.
Are
We're
you?
not big turkey eaters. Yeah, we're having ham and stuff.
You like a little bit of turkey, not too much.
Okay.
I wanted to tell you something, Dolly. Think back on the, did you watch a lot of Leilani's trial?
Yes, I was there for some of it. The sentencing. Anyway.
Oh, that's right. No shit. Okay. Well, you remember how they explained when the doors opened a certain time
Uh-huh.
to the house, how they proved every single time, right down pretty much to the time that he would have carried his body out.
Yes, I remember that.
Okay. Well, think about the smart lock on Katie and Chris's front door.
Mhm.
It does the same thing.
I mean, that would have
They
to be
can
hooked.
tell.
It would have to be hooked to some type of security system
No
inside the house.
internet. No, you can have it can be hooked to an internet app.
Yeah, but mine don't do that.
Or
I have a smart lock on my door where you push the buttons and get in, and it don't do all that.
It just depends. It depends on how the year yours was and all that kind of stuff, like what model.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like there's so many different ones.
Yeah, I've had mine on my door for years now, and it's a little combination you push and it opens itself up.
I'd be interested to know if that was. I know it was put on the house before they bought it, because it was. You see it in the like in the pictures of the Zillow pictures.
Yeah.
That it was on the front door. You could see that it's a keypad thing. So I'm just wondering, like, what year model that one was to be able to look it up and see.
I don't know, but Leilani's was a door that was hooked to a security system in the house. It was even hooked to the back door. So when they open the back door, it would keep the time. When they open the front door, it would keep the time. So, I mean, I'm surprised this house don't have some type of security system. Even if it's not video, I'm surprised it don't have an alarm system on the house.
I think they had cameras inside the house because Sebastian would get up at night and he would eat crazy stuff like the whole thing of Nesquik. I mean, it's okay about getting up and eating and snacking because Alex, his ass up eating all night long. But Alex has something called shreds. He's got a sleep-related eating disorder, and you got to be careful because he can get up and get a hold of peanut butter and choke or get into some kind of chemical and drink it. So I sleep on the couch. I watch that boy like a hawk.
So he kind of sleepwalks.
And eats.
And eats. He's a sleepwalker eater. I had a cousin. I had a cousin that used to sleepwalk. And he would do weird stuff in the middle of the night and be completely asleep. I watched one time when we were kids, he got up in the middle of the night and he walked in, he got a box out in the closet, like a cardboard box, and he drug it into the living room and he put an ashtray in it. And then he walked it back to his room and put it in the closet and laid back down and went to bed. The next day he had no clue of doing it. He had, you know what I'm saying? I was like, do you remember putting an ashtray in the box? He was like, no. I was like, dude, you sleepwalk. I was like, you got up in the middle of the night and put an ashtray in a box and put it in the closet out the living room. And he had no clue. He just, and he knew the house. He didn't bump into nothing. He was walking around like he was awake and just.
Yeah, you would think that they are. There's a lot of times I just, you know, over the years with Alex, like, because my mom got on to me the first time that I was awake and I realized he was sleepwalking. Well, I didn't know he was sleepwalking. I thought he was just having a behavior.
You don't ain't supposed to wake him up, is what I'm told. You don't wake up a
He ran and jumped on the couch. My mom's like, Sissy, don't you ever do that. He's sleepwalking. I said, what do you mean he's sleepwalking? She said, look at his eyes. I said, his eyes are open. She's like, but he's not awake. I'm like, Mom. But yeah, that's the first time I was awake. And he was actually jumping on my brother, who was on a mattress in his room, and he didn't know that he was sleepwalking either.
I remember my baby's
he
mom
was having a behavior.
My baby's mom, Tiff's mom, she would sleep with her eyes open.
Oh shit!
I would go over there. It was spooky. I would go over there and shut her eyes. If you shut her eyes, they would stay shut.
It'd be like in the funeral home, like, oh hell no!
I would put my hand over her eyes and push them down, her little eyelids, and she'd keep them closed, but she would. It spooked me out. That was the weirdest thing because I thought she was awake and she's laying there and she's really asleep, but her eyes are open.
But you know, when Alex does the sleepwalking thing, his eyes will blink and everything.
That's crazy.
You know, you really think that he's wide awake or something, like he's just being anal, walking right by you and just ignoring you, like, oh, I'm gonna go make me a fucking sandwich.
Well,
I don't care if the kitchen's closed.
Somebody did call in with a theory saying, you know, he was on sleep medications. What if he got up, walked out the door, walked off, and then when he woke up, he didn't realize where he was at?
Well, my understanding from what Seth said, it was a new medication, and they were, wait a minute, they were also, hold on, don't interrupt, Alex. His dad said that they were decreasing one medication and introducing a new medication. I cannot tell you how many thousands of times I've been through that situation with Alex, because Alex, his behavioral problems, he had to have medication. He still takes medication.
Yeah.
And not just that, but like, when they're decreasing a med and they're adding a new med, it is such a long drawn out process, but it's like, you don't know how those two meds, you're given one med at a lower dose, but you're also including a new one. So there could be a whole bunch of possibilities as to what.
How old is Alex?
What that causes.
How old is Alex? How old is your son?
He's about to be 31 in February.
Okay, cool. Hey, well, well, look, we're out of time. I appreciate you calling in. It was good talking to you, and I hope you guys
Happy
have
Thanksgiving.
a happy Thanksgiving.
You too, Jimmy. Tell PJ we love her.
All right, peace.
Bye.
You know, that's the thing about having a family member that has special needs. You know, some of these people are going to need assistance their whole life, and they're going to have to be looked after their whole life. You know, now, we don't really know where Sebastian was on the scale of autism, but we know he was just shortly diagnosed with autism. So before, they didn't even know he had autism. And you just, you know, Alex, what did she say? He's 31. You know, you can tell, right? You can tell a little bit, but you just don't know the level of, you know, like I had a girl call with autism and say, you know, I have autism. So I don't mean right. Dolly. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
This is Dolly.
Who?
Dolly. The person you just called?
I didn't. Who are you looking for?
I don't know who you're looking for. You called me. I didn't call you.
I have not called nobody. I've been sitting right here. My phone just rang. You just called me.
Oh, my phone just rang too. So maybe it's some computer glitch or something. I don't know. But you're talking to a YouTuber live on YouTube.
Oh, well, goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye. That was weird. Okay, that was weird right there. She said I called her. She called me. Y'all heard it ring, right? I didn't dial no numbers. She was like, who is this? What? Where? That was strange. All right, that was definitely strange. So let me go over here to my calls. Hopefully nothing like that happens again. And but yeah, like I said, we're going to try to get back there as soon as we can. As soon as we financially can get back down there to search, we're going to do some more searching. Dolly.
Well, Dolly, Ray.
What's up, Ray?
From New York.
What's up, Ray?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I've been following you guys for quite a while about this child and Summers, you know. I've been following you for a while, and something keeps coming back in my mind.
Okay.
Like with the Summer Wells case with Don, when the CPI went to their house to check on their kids, and a few days later the child disappeared.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the same case with Sebastian Rogers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's real similar as far as CPS being involved and the kid goes missing.
Yeah, so I keep asking one question to myself: Has anybody? Because Tennessee has a tendency of a lot of kids disappearing.
Yes.
And so, has anybody? I mean, I hear what's his name, Sylvester's father, Steph, talk about he wants the FBI all the time there because I guess he don't trust the TBI also. But has anybody ever checked into CPI, the agency there?
You mean the TBI?
Yeah. Has anybody ever checked on them? You know, like let's say like the last person that talked to the family. Like they talked to Chris, and then they talked to Sebastian. You know what I'm saying? And then they said that he shouldn't lie. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been out there in YouTube. You know,
I mean, I
has anybody
know
ever
Chris,
investigated that last
Chris,
person that spoke to that child?
Chris and
From that
Katie both have been cooperating with the police, according to the Sumner County Police and the TBI.
Right.
So what that, involves, did the police overlook something? But I guess every time the police wants to talk to them, they're cooperating and they're giving them the answers. That don't mean they're not lying to them, but they are talking with the police. So,
right.
And, they're saying this kid ran away and there's no signs of runaway, but there's no signs of foul play either. Just like Summer Wells. You're right. It's really similar to Summer Wells.
It's similar to the same case, but I say to myself, maybe Katie and Chris say, hey, listen, he's what, 15 years old?
Yeah, about to
we
be.
had enough with him.
He's
See what you could do with him, and they took him out in the middle of the night. Who knows? Maybe money, money buys and say, hey, when you take a little child, they put them in abortion, they don't tell people where they're at, where that child is at. Remember that?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that, will kidnap children. We got a big epidemic in this country with sex trafficking.
Well, yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, I understand that. But I just don't, it comes back to CPI, the Children's Protection.
Yeah, yeah.
It seems that it's almost the same thing, that when they've been out there and then all of a sudden the child disappeared. And it disappeared when only one parent is there, the mother.
Yeah, it does seem that way, right?
It seems that way. So I'm saying to myself, maybe, so much complaints and stuff like that. I mean, they've had complaints with them, about child, whatever, whatever they were doing with Sebastian or either way, because it went to both parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It went to Steph, then went to Chris. You know what I'm saying? And he was growing up. He was 15 years old. I mean, there's nobody going to adopt a 15-year-old unless he's very special, very, very special. Believe me, this kid sounded like he was very special. He was real good with chess, the way the teachers were talking about him. I mean, who's to know? Have anybody investigated in Tennessee, Children's Protection Agency?
Well, I've heard people like Don Wells saying they kidnapped his kids, but and he thinks it's funny that the CPS showed up and then Summer went missing, like they had something to do with it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it possible? It's strange. Yeah. Is it possible that the people that are supposed to be helping kids, that they could be kidnapping kids? I mean, it sounds strange, but
with like Summer Wells, there was no money involved. Nobody could pay off.
Look at P. Diddy. Look at P. Diddy.
This family could do it. This guy Chris could pay off. You know what I'm saying?
Like P. Diddy has kids missing around him. So, I mean,
P. Diddy.
He does. I mean, there's a young lady that's missing right now because of P. Diddy.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people missing around that guy. I'm a New Yorker, so I here in New York, everything goes. There's a girl out right now that went from Hawaii to LA. I don't know.
Yes, Hannah. Hannah Koshi or something.
Exactly. And
I'm saying her name. Her father killed herself the other day at the airport.
Yeah. So, it's strange. I mean, is there something in the air? But I personally think when it comes to kids, a 15-year-old is a 15-year-old. He's not really well independent, not the way they think about this child, how intelligent, and, they want to make him look like he was, they want to make him look like he was a baby, but he's not a baby.
I don't think so either.
Autistic kids are very smart, believe it or not. I always looked at it that way, but it's strange how when
some of them are smart in different ways. Remember Rain Man? He was super good at math. He was like,
with math. Yeah.
So, hey, but look, I appreciate you calling, Ray. You be good. Happy holidays to you. Happy Thanksgiving.
And I enjoy your trip going out there and everything. I follow you all the time, man.
Awesome, brother. Awesome.
You and PJ, man.
All right, you be good. Stay safe.
Peace.
You got to watch P. Diddy, right? You'll wake up with some baby oil on you with drugs in it. He was drugging the baby oil. There's a missing young lady that hasn't been seen. And there's some of the last photos of her were with P. Diddy, right? There's sex trafficking's real. That shit is real. Dolly. Hello. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Yes.
This is Cindy from Tennessee.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey, I just don't know about this case. You know, one day it's this, and then the next day it's that, and it's just all crazy.
Yeah, there
I
hasn't, to be, dead honest, there hasn't been any clues in 8 months.
Exactly.
It's basically going back and looking at the old stuff to see if maybe we missed something, but continuing to search and trying to continue to keep hope alive. But there's really been nothing in 8 months, which is sad. It really is. And I mean, the odds are, that this kid is probably no longer with us, and it's just a matter.
I don't think so.
Of a recovery mission. I try to keep hope alive and, look for both. A kid that could have ran away, but at the same time, I'm looking for bones too.
Yeah, I don't think he's with us, but, I hate to say it, but it's been so long and nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just about, our thing is, I would like to stay down there and search longer. It's just a financial thing. As we save money, we'll be able to go back and continue these searches. And Tennessee's a big place,
Yeah.
So
it gets expensive, hotels and eating out, and
Yeah, and especially with the hotels we stayed at last time, it was not a good experience. We didn't stay at the best hotels, so it was like they were under construction, they were banging on the walls, and the next hotel we stayed at, babies crying, and just like I was running on like zero sleep, and all the driving and not sleeping and searching, I wore myself out. Just wore myself out.
Yeah.
And I haven't been on the road in a while like that, so it kind of tired me out a little bit.
And it was stressful because PJ lost her phone, and hell, that's the first time you've been since your heart attack.
Yeah. We made it though. We didn't kill each other, and we were trapped in the car together for so everything worked out good.
Yeah. Did y'all get your package today?
The phone holders. Yes, I got it today. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I like how
you gotta push.
I like how it clips up to the visor.
Right. You got to push them little buttons on the side.
I know. I used it earlier today when I picked up PJ from work. She handed it to me and I hooked it up, and I was sitting there watching a video on it.
Yeah. I figured I was hoping PJ would get hers for you. I went on your trip, but
yeah, we got them now. She has another phone. They replaced her phone, and I'm getting her a new phone for Christmas. So
right.
And then her phone goes to me. So I'm getting her a new one and taking hers.
Well, I'm glad you got it and you liked them.
Awesome. I appreciate it. They were cool. That was really cool.
I thought they was neat myself. I got one too.
Yeah, I like how it hangs like that. So
you can turn it, push the button, turn it, and I figured that'd be good. For she does them in the morning.
Yeah,
her calls in the morning.
I'm sure she'll use it in the morning too. I'm sure she'll set it up tomorrow morning.
She's always trying to figure out how to do her makeup and hold her phone. So I figured that would be good.
Yeah, she likes it too. I was showing her set up in the car. When she came back out from work, I was like, look, check it out. This is how it works. So she's good to go.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Awesome.
All right. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too. Be blessed.
I'm not doing Thanksgiving this year. So.
Oh, why not?
I lost my husband, a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And then I've had some problems with my daughter. She's in rehab, and she's in Florida right now in rehab.
Okay.
And so she's gone, and I just ain't into it right now.
I understand that. It's just me and PJ this year. Her daughter is going to be off with her dad, and she got like 4 or 5 places she's hitting for Thanksgiving. And my daughter, she got to work, so she said she's going to be tired and she's just going to rest because she's going out with her mom tomorrow, and they're going to some concert or something. So she said she's going to be tired. So it's just me and PJ. So
yeah. Well, I'm just my one daughter's here. She stays with me, but it's just her and my granddaughter here. So
okay, well, I still hope you have a really good Thanksgiving, even if you don't go out for Thanksgiving. I still hope your day's blessed.
All right, you have a good Thanksgiving, and
All
I
right.
hope PJ likes her holder.
All right. She does. I promise you.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Just remember, if nobody else loves you, Dolly does.
That's right. Amen. You be good.
All right, peace.
Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. This is Aspen from New Mexico. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. So, I don't know, this whole case, there's so many stories out there, but my whole thing is, so I'm here from New Mexico, and when this first happened, I started posting the flyers around here in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And I so there had been numerous people out this way stating that they were being taken down, and then I went around looking, and they were being taken down. And then I don't know, I honestly think that the whole Nina aspect has been way overlooked. I just found it kind of sketchy that she just had that one interview, and then all of a sudden she just up and disappeared.
I talked to a person that worked at a gas station one time, and they said, well, we always take the flyers down. And I was like, why would you do something like that? They were like, because it makes the neighborhood look dangerous and scary. People see people missing and they think the neighborhood's bad. And I was like, that is some weird thinking, but that's what he told me. And I was like, it makes the neighborhood look bad. Like it's dangerous.
Well, because I had went to Walmart, because there's missing children and bulletins and stuff like that. And so I had posted some there, and then I just found it funny because there's numerous flyers on there, and that one I would post it probably every week for about a month, maybe 2 months, and it just was never there the next time I would go. So I don't know. I do think the Nina thing, just like I said, I found it weird that she just up and came up with that interview of, oh, Chris is such a bad guy, and then just up and disappeared. And I don't know. I just find that kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I can understand that. I noticed there's less signs in Hendersonville too than there was the first few times that I went there. So
yeah, I don't know. I feel so bad for I don't believe that this is involved in this. I just feel so bad for him. The one person that actually cared about him, and there's no answers, and nobody's even asking for him. I mean, even in other cases, the Gannon Scout case, they had Letitia, they had given her charges even without a body. I don't understand how they're not even getting at least child endangerment, anything, any type of charges.
yeah, well, I mean, the difference is the age. I mean, he's 15 years old, so he could actually watch himself, and that's why they didn't charge her with no child neglect or nothing when she didn't check, because even if she wasn't there, it wouldn't matter because Sebastian was old enough to watch himself.
Yeah, very true.
I just
now around the holidays, I feel this even more. He's not even my son. I don't have kids.
And the bad thing about this, if they're telling the truth and he ran away, I feel really bad for them, because they've been through hell. But
definitely, if they're being drugged through the mud, and that's
a big if, though. A big if.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Because if the stories keep changing, and the son, and there's too many other circumstances for it just to, okay, he ran away, whatever.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's just something's going on, or they're not telling us everything, or they're trying to make it like they were the Brady Bunch, and really it wasn't.
And I mean, I think we would respect him a lot more if, like earlier I said, if she got drunk, we would respect him a lot more if she'd just be honest, be like, you know what, I got trashed and I passed out. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, the way they painted the picture like it was this perfect day, and now all of a sudden the kid's gone. Something was going on for the kid to want to run away if he did.
You don't have a rainbow and butterfly day and then land up in a sewer.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I just wanted to see that. But
happy holidays.
All right.
You
have a good night.
You have a happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, I wanted to share this real quick. This is our fundraiser. Hold on, let me add it to the stage if I can. And I want to thank this anonymous giver here that says Dolly and PJ. When speaking about the Proudfoot's house, I wanted to comment, but realized I wasn't subscribed. Am now. That's when the dollar value, they didn't have a security system. After all, Katie worked for a world known company. She installed it in the Navy as well. Just a thought. Thank you, anonymous giver. You didn't leave your name and you donated $5 to the cause. Thank you so much for that $5. Like, I don't want to miss anybody that super chats or donates through our fundraising cause. And this is, the money we're going to take and use to travel to go back and do these searches. So, and then also, this is from 6 hours ago. It's from Sherry and it's $20 and it says, stay safe. Thank you, Sherry. I don't know if you're still here with us, but if you see the replay of this, just know that I'm, let me heart those. Okay. That way they know, that they got some Dolly love, right? There we go. Little hearts on that. So guys, if y'all donate to the cause, definitely let me know so I can thank you. And I usually, I try to keep update with everybody that helps the cause so we can continue to get out there and search for these missing kids. Like I said, I wish we could have stayed down there longer, but you got to remember what it costs to do these types of things. It ain't cheap. So we do the best that we can, for as many kids as we can. We were down there for Quentin Simon, and thank God that is over. Leilani got sent to prison today. Sebastian Rogers and Summer Wells and Layla. Dolly. Hello.
Hello?
Hey. Can you hear me?
Who is this?
You just called me. I don't know what's going on. Something may be going on with my phone line. Did you just get a call from me?
No, just this one I answered. Are you the same one, the YouTuber that called me a while ago?
Yes. I don't know how we keep getting connected like this. My phone rings and then you answer, but I'm taking live calls on the internet and then somehow it keeps connecting us together. I don't know what's going on. Have you ever called here before?
No. Where's here?
I run a YouTube channel, a true crime YouTube channel, and it's called Dolly Vision on YouTube. And we're talking about a missing kid from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And somehow people are calling in and then my phone rings and you're on the other end. I'm not calling you. You can check it out live for yourself.
I promise you, I could screenshot you that it's calling me.
I don't know. Maybe we were meant to talk. I have no clue.
It's literally calling me.
Yeah, I have. Well, there's 2,000 people watching me right now, and I got 2,000 witnesses. Okay, she hung up. I guess that's a lot of people. She's like, "Holy shit, 2,000 people watching, right?" But I didn't call you. I don't know how that's happening. I answer the phone and it's her. Y'all hear it ringing, right? I don't know if they're calling and they're messing with me or something's going on in the hold on, let me cut this back on. I had the phone lines off too. So I don't know if it's a glitch in the phone system that I'm using and it's calling these people. You see it's ringing, look. I'm scared to answer it. Dolly.
You see it's ringing, look. I'm scared to answer it.
Hello?
Dolly.
Hello?
Dolly.
Yes.
Dolly.
Yes.
Let me stop it here. Hold on, let me pause it. Gotta pause me. Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
I wanted to call in about Summer Wells and Sebastian.
Okay, well, we're trying to stay on the Sebastian topic, but if you can make it quick about Summer Wells.
I'll make it really quick.
Okay.
So I'm a Summer day one. I know everything y'all did, and I've been there since right at the beginning.
Okay.
And Jody too, and everything. But I think that somebody who was buying dope off of Fred Hill come through there, and she was goofing off somewhere, and they grabbed her.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The guy.
I'm just saying. What do you say? In my opinion, or theoretically?
Yeah, I met her ex. I didn't even know that was her ex when I was talking to him. Jody Sue Brown's ex, Andy.
Yep. I think that somebody was up in there buying dope from, and Andy does sell weed. She's just a weed dealer. He wasn't a big shot, you know.
Well, like I can't listen to
Everybody
Jody.
knows that Fresno was hustling meth up there. So I think it was just people, bad guys coming through there, and she was goofing off somewhere and they grabbed her.
Maybe like Jody Sue Brown, you need a translator to understand anything she says. Like I don't know what drugs that woman's on, but she is hella bent.
I can't listen to her. I never did. I couldn't understand her, so I just see like her what she was clipped, but I don't know if anybody even still pays attention to her.
I don't know. Somebody texted me tonight and was saying that she was making threats towards me about being down there in Kingsport looking. And like when I try to listen to Jody Sue Brown, I can't even understand what she's saying. She is so slurring.
Dolly, did you see old White Boy said that you were down there harassing him?
I don't pay no mind. I don't
None
pay,
of that happened, did it?
I don't pay no mind to no idiots. Okay.
Nope.
They can all.
None of that happened. I knew when I saw it. I'm like, because I saw you on the video with Ryan and you know.
They want to use my name for clicks and views. I get it. Their channel sucks.
That White Boy's ridiculous, though. He just pulls on anything he can.
Yeah, we don't mention people. Don't even say his name here because we don't want to give him any clout, any plays, any.
I hate that he's talking shit, like using people. Nothing that he said even happened. Everybody knows it.
You know, they're nobodies. Nobody worries about that shit. Dolly don't. You know what I'm saying?
So Sebastian. I feel like he was let off somewhere. I really do. I don't know how. Maybe a friend, or I just don't know how they slipped through, or like with the internet or whatever. But I really do. I feel like somebody let him out there and let him off.
I don't know. I mean, it's a mystery.
That's just my opinion, my theory, or whatever. But
we wouldn't all.
I do feel like Summer could have got snatched up by a wild animal or a bear.
I mean, it's possible.
They're down there.
Yeah, they are.
I feel like if I had to guess a second thing, I don't think that Don and Candace did it. I think that when Candace realized she was gone, she got scared because she was already in trouble. Didn't want to make it worse.
Yeah.
So she got kind of scared, and that's why it took her so long to call.
I think so too. I mean, I think something went on. I mean, you know, it's weird that.
I feel like either a bad guy coming into the hood to holler there to buy some dope, or who knows, you know? They got find people, church people, and everything doing terrible things to children. Like, it's sad to talk about, but it's true crime. And they can make so much money off these kids and stuff. So, I mean, that's possible, but I really think that just the bad guy come through there at the wrong time and grab her.
If I knew kids were so valuable, I would have had more of them. Okay. My kid cost me money. I don't know how people are making money off
my kid won't even mop the floor.
Yeah, my kid, she's just in my wallet. Okay. But look, hey, I appreciate you calling. You have a happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays to you.
You guys have a good Thanksgiving too. Good night.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah, listen, we don't pay no mind to any of the drama or none of that. No, please don't mention those people here because that's, you know, their channels are like, I don't want to be mean, but nobody cares. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Yes.
What's up for Babygate 2025?
Is this Sweet Leaf?
Yep.
What's up, Sweet Leaf?
I didn't get to talk before, but you know Babygate?
The Babygate that I tripped over and fell on my head. Yes, I absolutely know the Babygate.
Did you get a soundbite on that?
Yeah, we got a soundbite of me hitting the floor on my head. Yeah, it sucked.
I didn't get to hear it.
Oh, well, you have to go back and find the video that I fell on my head, and it's in there. That's for sure.
Okay. Well, what about Spanky?
He's sleeping. Spunky. It ain't Spanky, it's Spunky.
Spunky, I told PJ, I said, I showed her my picture of my bird I got. Yeah, and
somebody says I roll my eyes on the phone when people call. I don't even notice it.
Oh God, that scared me.
My eyes do it naturally, I guess. They're like, they're all over the place. I got them crazy eyes.
Got ugly face.
I know. I was born with it.
I wanted to tell you, do you know Goldie Hill?
Do I know Goldie Hill?
Yeah.
Not that I know of. I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you know Johnny Cash?
I know Johnny Cash. Yeah, everybody knows Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash married June Carter.
Uh-huh.
And Carl Smith was married to Loretta Lynn.
Uh-huh. What does this got to do with Sebastian Rogers there, Sweet Leaf?
Well, I think Sebastian Rogers walked out of that house dressed in black.
Dressed like Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. At least you tied that together somehow. I didn't know how you was going to pull that one out.
Well, it wasn't Babygate, but he didn't get seen by the camera, and the camera got trashed and sent to the landfill.
Uh-huh.
And when he got sent to the landfill, nobody got to see that. And Dog knows and is going to find out, the homeless people out there that live around there.
Uh-huh.
And I think that a mile away from that house,
Uh-huh.
you've been down there by the dog frisbee place.
Well, you notice they broke some news days after I broke the news.
Who did?
Them same people. Their breaking news was my breaking news from days ago.
Crazy-eyed man.
Why didn't they just listen to me? Right? Like, I'm one of the greatest investigators in the country, according to me. Why didn't they just listen to me?
There's a Turtle King and there's a Turtle Queen.
Uh-huh.
And the Turtle Queen, she has all the say-so.
Yeah, I guess.
And,
But why do them people not think I'm a credible source of information? Because I joke and play, maybe?
I think
Do
you do.
they think I really don't? Do they think I don't really go out and search and I don't do what I do? I've been doing this for years.
I don't know, but I know that you and PJ are doing an incredible job.
I mean,
And
I think I do a
with
decent
my-
job. I don't know about incredible, but I think I do a decent job. And when I come up here and say something, people should take it, when I'm not joking and playing, they should take it seriously, because I take finding these kids and searching really seriously. Now, I do joke and play a lot, but when it comes to these kids, I don't joke and play. When I say shit, that's what I mean.
I don't know, Jimmy.
So
I don't know why they think that. Maybe it's because you got an ugly face.
maybe it got to be the face.
You ugly cry.
Yeah, I'll ugly cry. Yeah, you're right. Okay,
All
but
right.
Sweet Leaf, we're out of time. You be good.
All right, you be good.
All right, peace.
Bye.
All right, let me close this line so I can touch on this 1 minute. Yeah, so I put out some information about the Texas Roadhouse. All right, everybody's seen that. 30,000 people watched it. All right, and I put out information days ago that I speak with them, and they tell me that Chris Proudfoot wasn't up in there. So days later, other people, breaking news, Chris Proudfoot wasn't up in there. Why didn't they just listen to me? Right? Did they not realize that I track down people just like Dog? I get information. I have viewers all over the world. Every state that I go to, people know who Dolly is, right? They feed me information. I take finding missing people serious. I know I joke and play with a monkey and I do silly things. But when it comes to finding these kids, there's no silliness in what I do. When it comes to missing people, I take that absolute. I know when to be real, right? And to be serious. And I know when to play, right? And I do both. I play and but when I come out and I put out information, like when I came out and said Leilani threw that baby in the dumpster, that wasn't even reported on the news. Okay. But I knew, right? You guys knew before the news knew. When she tried to run and hide in Tybee Island, who tracked her down? Dolly did. Okay. You seen who Court TV called? Like they called Dolly. So if major networks are taking me serious in what I do, and look, when I had a heart attack, you know who wished me well? Left a message? Nancy Grace. the OG of true crime. Now, if the OG of true crime is taking me serious and knows who Dolly is, why do these people not just believe what I say? Like, why would you have to try to, nobody was worried about the Texas Roadhouse until I brought it up. Okay. When I brought it up, then everybody's 50 videos on the Texas Roadhouse. All right. Everything I do, they're going to run behind me. Just don't be like that. It's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, a credible source, Dolly, said this is going on. And you're getting it from the best source you can get it from. It's me. Right? You look at the channel, how many subs there are. People are subbed to me because I'm a real ass dude. Right? So it's no need to try to belittle me or think that, I'm clickbaiting or anything. Right? I get out here. I don't know what these other people do. I can't speak for them. But I'm really in these woods. I'm really in the hollers. Like if you watch other people, you've seen people roll up to me, catch me out there, droning in the hollers. I'm out there. I'm doing these things. I'm not saying it. I'm actually doing it. I've been doing it for years. I've been all over the country, from Boston to Fruitland, Idaho, to Georgia, to Tennessee, to the hollers. There's not many people that do what I do up here on YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of true crime people, but there ain't, who does it? JLR and that lady that half-ass does it. Okay. There's only a couple people that do what I do. So, and I think real recognizes real. Maybe they, maybe if they were a little nicer, you could get information from Dolly. That's what I think. Stop trying to discredit me and give me my credit where it's due. That, hey, there's a dude out there. He's working hard to try to find this kid. He's checking out things, and they could use that information, right? I don't have no problem. It's not a contest to me. But I just don't like how people go, okay, well, I done told you guys thousands of people days ago. And it's just like, I don't know. It's like a broken record kind of thing, I just wanted to touch on that. Dolly, you ain't got to prove yourself. I don't have to prove myself because I know what I do, right? Everybody knows what I do. I've been doing it for years up here. This ain't brand new to me. It ain't just this kid. I didn't jump on this because I'm just jumping on. I cover all these kids. I don't give up, right? You see, I was there from the first day of the Leilani shit till they sentenced her ass and she went to prison today. You see, all these other people forgot about Summer Wells. I'm still in the hollers, right? I done went down here multiple times. I live 10.5 hours from Nashville. And I've done searched more than a lot of fucking people have. And I've gotten pretty decent at what I do and how I gather information. Okay. This channel alone is 60,000 strong. 60,000. Okay. That's a lot of people that give me information. That's a lot of people that give me tips. That's a lot of people that hit Dolly up first. So, like, you put some respect on my name. That's all I'm saying to these people. Put some respect on my name. I don't come up here to make shit up. If anybody out here, I want justice for these people. That's it. Like, I'm not in a pissing contest with them, right? I want more people, honestly, to do what I do. I would love to see some of your guys out there in the woods with me. I would love to, when I pull up in these hollers, there's YouTubers. And like Ryan Finds Truth, or I think that's his channel. I don't want to mess it up. I know his name was Ryan. Ryan Finds Truth. It was good to see him in the holler looking for Summer Wells, right? Because it shows me right there that people haven't given up. Okay, when I was looking around, a lot of these people, I don't see them anymore. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to forget Summer. We're not going to do this. And we're not going to forget these kids. And soon as another story comes, they're not in Kingsport anymore.
right? That you got all these people abandoned Summer, right? They're going to do the same thing to Sebastian Rogers. Soon as another kid comes that's more popular than this kid, they're all going to jump to that kid. But you know who won't? Me. I'll be here for the next kid that goes missing, and I'll be here till the end, till there's answers for this little boy. I've been working 3 years in Kingsport trying to find Summer Wells. 3 years. Okay? You know how fucking long 3 years is? That's a long damn time. I done died and came back to life and still going down there looking for Summer Wells. That's how long it's been. Right? These people are not doing that. I mean, I wish they would. I would, I'd have more respect for them if they were. It's a lot more than getting up. I could be like everybody. I could just get up here on the internet and talk about it. Right? That's what everybody else does. They just get up here and talk about it. They don't go do this shit. They ain't out there in the snake infested Georgia fucking pines. Right? They ain't sweating their ass off in or freezing their ass off in the hollers of fucking Tennessee. They're not getting on fucking airplanes that sound like they're going to crash and flying to Fruitland, Idaho. Right? They ain't doing none of that. They just sit up here and talk about it, and then talk about the shit about the people that do go do it. Right? I don't know. Maybe I have done the wrong thing. Right? Dolly has left the building. Dolly once said Sebastian would soon be 18, but if it's autistic, that really isn't going to make a difference. Well, the reason everybody's pushing so hard at a lot of these people is because Sebastian is what's popular right now. Right? I guess everybody's interested in it, so everybody's talking about it. But as soon as there's something else, and I'm just being honest, that a lot of these people, these YouTubers that, we love Sebastian, blah, 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 they're going to forget this kid quick. I mean, super quick. But anyway, let me open the phone lines. That's my rant. I just want to get that off my chest. Autumn Reese says 100%. Thank you, sweetheart. Doing okay. I hope you're good. So I've been working all. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad.
Well, we appreciate what you do.
Oh, I know.
You do it, and you don't ask for nothing out of it. You just do it out of the goodness of your heart. And,
I try.
And, and a lot of people listen to a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all listen to different people.
I agree. And even I do.
And I like it. Well, I like it because I like to listen to different views, and I also like to listen to different people calling in.
Yeah.
With different theories, and because that's what true crime is.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to a little bit of everybody up here. I'm a true crime fan, just like the viewers. When I'm sitting around and I'm not live, I'm usually listening to some true crime channel.
Right. Well, I wanted to this is Tiffany from Georgia.
Hey,
so
Tiffany.
I wanted to just, you talk about them leaving and you can't get past that,
Mm-hmm.
Katie and Chris. And this is my opinion. I can't get past second generation construction company. And you go back to the very beginning.
The fire in the dumpster.
Get past that fire at the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get past it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. And, I believe in my heart that somewhere along the line, second generation was a drop-off point, and he was moved from there.
Mm-hmm.
And whether he was moved and taken somewhere or whether he was put over there in that landfill. And I hope it's not the landfill, because if that's the case, with a fire, unless somebody just says something.
Well, I mean, you would have to have a fire that burnt really, really hot to completely get rid of a body. If you look in the movie, you ever seen Making of a Murderer? Stephen Avery's. Remember the girl that was what she worked for? Not the damn Trading Post.
Right.
They actually were putting tires around her because tires burn so hot. The rubber from the tires burn really hot, and even with that, they couldn't completely get rid of her body. Still, her teeth and some bones remained. So you would have to have a fire that's burning super, super hot to even get close to that temperatures. And I don't know if you know this, when you take somebody to the morgue and they put them in, you know, they cremate them, that most of the bones don't burn, that they put the bones into a grinder and they grind them. So that's why when you get ashes and you spread ashes, they're like sand, because them bones have been ground up in a grinder because they couldn't burn them.
Well, it could have been that mattress. It could have been some kind of evidence or something from that house, for all we know. I don't know. But I know that.
Now, if you burnt somebody and nobody ever looked, you could get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what happened was, right after all that was going on, I was kind of going down some rabbit holes myself. And the second generation construction company, the website went down. It was down for like 3 days.
Okay.
Completely. You couldn't pull it up. So I don't know if it was being investigated through the FBI or TBI or, you know, the police department. I don't know if they had it on lockdown to do some kind of, you know,
Forensic
investigation done on
maybe.
it.
Yeah.
Right. So I do know that for a fact. And that was back in, I would say, maybe April, I think it was. April or May. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at my notes. I'm cleaning my house. I got family coming in. But, you know, it's just, something just doesn't sit right with me with that whole situation.
Yeah.
And also, the other thing is, the shirt you found, it interests me. I put it in the super chat, but I don't think you saw it. But there was an interview. I don't know if it was with Seth. I think it was with Seth. I'm not 100% sure. Something about him having Halloween shirts. Do you remember that interview?
No.
That he liked Halloween and that there was Halloween shirts that he owned?
Well, I know that Seth and his team watch these videos, and maybe they can look at it, and if there's something to it, they can let me know.
Yeah. Well, thank you for what you do, and hopefully something. It sure has been noisy lately, for sure.
And even if it's not his, they can at least debunk it. You know what I'm saying? Be like, no, that ain't it.
Yeah, just all the candy and everything, that just kind of got me. I was like, you know, that does sound like a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but you never know. I mean, we hope he's alive, but
I'm not on the best basis with any of the parents. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been Team Sebastian this whole time, so I don't really have contact with them. So it's up to them to be like yay or nay on it. You know.
Right. Well, you have a good one, and we appreciate you. And
you be
don't
good.
let the noise ever discourage what you're doing.
I'm not. I don't pay none of these people any mind. They can all kiss my ass. All right.
They can kiss your monkey's ass, right?
Yeah, they can kiss Spunky Monkey's ass.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, you have a good Thanksgiving.
You too. Stay blessed. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, I don't let none of the negativity or any of this bother me, guys. Right? I would do this if I wasn't on YouTube. I don't know. Like I tell people, you know, I didn't choose true crime. True crime chose me. All right. I had a YouTube channel that was doing millions of views, talking entertainment news. Right. I all the time, if anybody's watched this channel for a long time, this is all Stony Stone's fault. Right. And that's just a viewer. I was on some other stuff and he came in and he said, you ever heard the story of Summer Wells 3 years ago? And I was like, nope, dumb as hell, green as hell to all this searching and hunting for people. And you look 3 years later, I'm one of the best people on YouTube that do it. In my mind, okay, so maybe not to other people, but in my mind, I'm one of the best to do it now, right? And I have a lot of experience in it because I've been doing it for 3 years. Think about this. If you was going to college for 3 years, you start to get good at things. You start to learn how to put information together, and you start learning your techniques and the ways you go about sleuthing. Oh my God, Dolly, you have a monkey? Yes, I have a monkey. Okay. I thought every YouTuber had a monkey. I thought it was part of being a YouTuber is you had to have a monkey. That's what I was told anyways. That's why I got the monkey. All right. Oh, Dolly, I thought it was Gabby. Yeah, but Gabby wasn't. The only reason I was following Gabby is because I was building a van that I was driving across the country. right? I was all into the van life. Okay, that was it. I was going to do some van life videos, and it led me to Gabby and them. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
Rose from Virginia here.
Hey, Rose. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Starting to get a little tired.
Yeah. I just wanted to chime in on Sebastian.
Okay.
I just wonder if he is out there. I don't know what kind of medication he was on. You know, I guess there's different levels regarding his own personal, unique autism situation.
For sure. Every
And,
kid's a little bit different from what I'm learning. I've learned a lot about
Yeah.
autism over the last year.
Yeah. I just wonder, you know, if he is out there, would he be doing without his medication?
Well, his
One.
medication was like, I believe, I'm not positive, but it was to help him sleep. So I'm sure he would be, you know, Seth said he didn't even give him the medicine when he was at his house. So it ain't something he was going to, you know, die if he didn't have.
Okay. Well, that's good
Yeah.
to know. Because I've been worried about that. And the other thing is, do you really feel that he could sustain himself? Like, let's say that was his little camp that you and PJ found.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know enough about him because I don't think there's really good accurate information. I guess I would have to go off of what Seth's saying because Chris and Katie make him sound like he's slow and he uses his bathroom on himself, and you know, and Seth makes him sound like he's pretty self-sufficient and could take care of himself. So I mean,
Well, they left him alone a lot.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I agree. So I mean, there is the possibility. And you got to remember when he left, it was cold, but it was starting to warm up. Now it's starting to get really cold again. So in the summertime, yes, he could have easily made it if he had found a way to get food and water.
I wonder if he had took some money with him. That's never been mentioned. Like, you know, some kids have a little money stashed away, their allowance or stuff, you know, money they get for doing chores and whatnot.
I don't
because,
know.
like, even all the candy and stuff, I mean, you have to buy it or steal it, you know, and so I just don't know. I mean, I really, truly appreciate you and PJ. It must have been a hell of a trip, and you did it so fast, you know. But I just, the whole case makes me.
We did it in 5 days.
Yeah, but that was a lot of driving, and
we did a day in Georgia. We did a day in Georgia, 2 days in Hendersonville, and 2 days in Tennessee, and came back. I mean, in Hawkins County, and came back.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, and I've mentioned this many times, they would have the GPS or the logistics of all the vehicles by now, I would think.
I would hope.
And the theory about her driving him out of the garage at some weird hour of the night, they would have that record of that on GPS, I would think, right? Or
she did. I mean, yeah, I'm assuming they would.
And I think their behavior was weird, and that's what makes them really suspect to me.
I think that's what makes them suspect to a lot of people is their behavior. Nobody has any proof of anything. It's just their behavior that makes them seem so suspect.
I've never seen it, you know, with when the child is legit, you know, for real missing. Like the parents go nuts. They'll do anything to find their child. And then the other question is, why did Seth immediately think homeless encampments? What's the connection there?
Well, he said to me that he was homeless one time, and you know, that they would take you in. You know, homeless people look out for other homeless people, and that's what he said to me.
That okay, that makes sense in that, you know, regard, but Sebastian wouldn't really be knowing about homeless, you know, stuff. And
not unless Seth told him that, you know, he was homeless at one time, and you know, maybe his dad talked to him about his life, and you know, Seth told us he was homeless at one point. Why wouldn't he tell his son?
Yeah.
You know,
that's
because a lot of
true.
kids take things for granted and they don't realize how good they have it. But there's people out there that don't have a home, they don't have a meal to eat, they're struggling. And
Yeah.
you got to appreciate when you have it good. You need to appreciate that, because for every person that has it good, somebody has it bad.
Well, it's like they say, a beautiful house doesn't make a home, and there was obviously some malfunction in there.
That is
I
true.
don't think the child was happy. And that again brings me to the same point that I always bring up every time I talk about this. What was in those CPS?
Yeah, see, I don't have this
was
big, beautiful house, but I have a happy home.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And what was in those child services reports?
I don't know. We'll eventually find out. It'll eventually come to light.
Now, is it true that Seth knows and has those papers?
Yes, Seth knows.
But is this misinformation? Did Seth have stuff reported on him too?
That I don't know.
From Sebastian?
I mean, I've heard things like that, but I don't have any proof of that. So I would have to say,
okay.
It's speculating at this point. I have no proof that there's stuff like that on him, unless somebody puts it out and I see it. But far as I've heard that they both had CPS reports against them, but I don't know for a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just keep my prayers up, and I hope that we get some answers.
Yeah.
Something that makes sense,
All right, Rose. Well, I hope you have a happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving to you. If I don't get a chance to talk to you, be good and stay safe.
You too, and get some rest.
I'm about to go to bed here in just a few minutes.
Okay.
All right, peace. All right, so yeah, I don't really know the real thing with Seth, if it is. I mean, there's a lot of rumors that have been going around, a lot, especially with Seth there for a little while. A lot of people are going really hard at Seth. I think he was just making some bad decisions, and it turned a lot of people on him. And then, he aligned himself with people that people don't really get along with here on the internet. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. This is me, Stephanie, calling from Gardnerville, Nevada.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hi. I just have I've been watching the Sebastian Rogers case since like the day one.
Uh-huh.
And I watched the Nancy Grace interview, and there was an inconsistent well, it was with the dogs, okay? The mom, she was sitting there saying that she told him to go to bed, and then he said, okay, mama, and then he said, good night, puppies, and then he just said good night, puppies. He didn't walk over, love on the puppies or nothing. But then later on, she had mentioned that right before she went to bed, Chris told her to put the dogs up in the pen. So my question is, if she was asked now, where were the dogs when Sebastian was going to bed? Now, if she says that they were in the pen, she's lying.
Yeah.
Because she said that she got up and she put away the puppies. But right before Sebastian went to bed, he said, good night, puppies. Now, doesn't anybody who owns a puppy or a dog, you would go love on it or, whatever, say good night to it, but just don't go, good night, puppies.
Yeah, well, the dogs sleep with me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't ever really say good night to the dogs. They kind of just jump up on the couch, and if I'm watching TV, they just sit there with me. If I jump into bed, they jump into bed and crawl up under the blankets. Lolo usually sleeps between my legs, like near my feet, and Wrangler likes to lay right up on me on my side. And he snores like crazy, so I don't usually tell him good night. But dogs sleep with me.
I just thought that was kind of odd that she said all he said was good night, puppies. I mean, he didn't walk over, pet him, or say, come on, you sleep with me. He just said good night, puppies. Well, now I wonder if
he was in his room, according to her, because she said when she heard the thud, she hollered out, and he said, I love you, Mom. And I guess good night to the puppies, but I don't think he ever left his room. and she never went in there. So
I would have went in there. Yeah, I just thought that if somebody asked her now, where were the dogs when Sebastian went to bed? Now, if she says that they were in the cage, that's a lie. Because
Okay.
she put him in the cage right before midnight. I caught that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've caught plenty of things that I thought was like she either misspoke, like she said that he got up, was happy, and joked. She don't know why he walked out the door. Well, and she said I woke him up and he wasn't there. Well, how could you wake him up if he wasn't there? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That doesn't make good sense, right? That don't even make good sense. But
unless you're listening to the song Oingo Boingo, it's a dead man's party.
Yeah. Who could ask for more?
Who could ask for more?
Leave your body at the door. Yes.
Yeah, leave your body at the door.
You know why I know that song? You know why I know that song so well? Because one of my favorite movies in this whole world is Rodney Dangerfield's Back to School. And that is in the soundtrack to Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Really?
I watched that movie 7,000 times as a teenager. I watched it every day.
I have to watch it.
Every day I would watch it at least once a day for at least 3 years. I would watch back. I can almost quote every line in the movie.
Wow.
I love it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that's how come I know that song from Oingo Boingo.
It's a dead man's party.
But all right,
it was nice that
you be good.
It was nice that you answered. Okay, peace.
All right, peace. Yeah, like I'm a huge Rodney Dangerfield fan, huge Richard Pryor fan, Eddie Murphy. Dolly didn't get this funny not growing up on the good shit. All right. I grew up on some of the greatest comedians ever to grace the planet. It's just an era, you know what I'm saying? Where there was good comedians and people were fucking funny. Now everything's every comedian now is just like a rip-off Eddie Murphy, or they're a knockoff Richard Pryor, or wannabe Sam Kinison. But the greats, I feel that was my era of great comedians, and I just wish we had comedians like that today. We really don't. We lost a lot of the greats. Some of them kind of got washed up and spit out and all that stuff. We got a couple good ones. Cat Williams is pretty good. I like Cat. I ain't a big, Kevin Hart fan. I don't like Kevin Hart. I like that new guy, that the Machine, or whatever his damn name is. The dude that does it with his shirt off. Okay, I forget his name though. He's pretty good. But he's more of a family comedian. He kind of just jokes his kids and life, right? But I like gritty, offensive comedy, right? If you ain't offending people in a funny way, then it ain't good comedy. A good comedian can offend you, but make you laugh about it. Laugh at shit you shouldn't laugh at, right? It's wrong, but you laugh anyway. That's a good comedian. Dolly, I love Cat, So, but anyway, guys, look, it's getting late. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. There's 758 of you still here with us. If you haven't liked the video, okay, definitely leave a comment. Tell me in the comment box down below what you think happened to Sebastian, especially if I didn't talk to you on the phone tonight. This link I'm going to post, this is our campaign to get us back out on the road searching, right? So every little bit helps. You got a couple dollars. Hit that link up, right? And then when we get some funds together, we're going to get back on the road again. We're going to go back out there. We're going to make another round searching for Sebastian, another round searching for Summer Wells, and some other people that are missing it. There's a lot of people missing in Tennessee. So every little bit of help helps. Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. And I'll have some more video stuff for you tomorrow. You guys be good. Stay safe. Happy holidays, just in case I don't talk to you. Hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving. And like that caller said, remember this: if nobody loves you, Dolly does. Peace.